Banjo.
And I'm Harvey.
And welcome to episode 7 of the BARQcast, a podcast produced by furries, by BARQ. Close, right? A furry social app made for furries by furries, and same for our podcast.
Yeah, and with us today we have two amazing guests, our rotating host in Orpal Wolf, Andre Moraff.
Hello. Hi.
And
Excited to be here.
and our guest for this episode, WhiskeyDingo. Welcome on in. Glad to have you here. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
You ready to get grilled with questions?
I'm ready for like the most like hard-nosed interview I've ever had in my life.
Okay,
Right,
well.
So we're not gonna hold back. We're gonna throw a strong punch. Do you like
just
whiskey?
blast me.
Like, do you like the drink?
I
Like, is that something you enjoy?
do love whiskey. I do love whiskey.
Is that why it's your
People
name?
No, that's actually not my name at all. Or it's actually not why it's my name at all. I've got a funny story on how I actually became WhiskeyDingo, but I do like whiskey.
Well, we can start on that question first. So to anyone who doesn't know who you are, then get to know you a bit better.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so funnily enough, I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there who share this kind of like I'm older. Okay, I'm 33. Okay, I got introduced to the fandom through Team Fortress 2.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. That's a new one for this podcast.
Well, I mean, like, there's like a meme that goes around where it's like, if you played TF2 when you were younger, you either ended up like gay or a furry.
Chat, is this
Why not
true?
both?
Or both. And funnily enough, yeah, I ended up becoming a furry just because of somebody that I met on TF2. We like ended up on the same team professionally. Not like professionally, but it was like a tournament team or whatever. And she was just like, "Hey, you know what? Like, you've kind of got like a dingo attitude about you," because like I'm my dad's from Australia, so it's like, "Oh yeah, really?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna draw you." And it turns out that this friend of mine was a very like kind of huge furry artist, and just drew me as a dingo one day. And boom, there you go. And I happen to like whiskey. I happen to like whiskey. She's like, "Yeah, there you go, just WhiskeyDingo." I was like, "Oh,
Oh, wow.
I kind of like how I look like this. This is
It's cute.
can
You're
I
a
get like
doggy.
some more art?" Like, he's like, "Yeah, you can do whatever you want." And then it's kinda
Please.
like,
And the rest was history.
the
Wow.
rest was history. Yeah.
Okay. So is whiskey your first and only Sona you have? It was just you made it and you've stuck by it?
Literally my only son ever.
Really?
That is crazy.
Wow.
And I technically didn't even make him, which is a little weird.
I feel like
to
these
say,
are the
but-
best.
It's
feel like when
yeah,
Go
it's
for it.
kind of like it's kind of like it just happened. Like it was just like there. He found you in a way when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, of course, like the design is like updated now to like kind of fit my personality more,
Mhm.
but the actual like character himself wasn't even made by me, which is
Do
interesting.
do the bandages represent a deep and broad clumsiness to where you're always getting hurt, so you're always wearing a bandage?
Hell no, I just think they look cool.
Yeah, what did you do on your nose?
I just think they look cool. It's like a cool accessory.
It
Okay,
does
so
look
it's
cool.
not that deep.
It's not-
No, it's not deep at all. I just, I'm
you just like
"Oh, yeah."
bandages.
I just like listen, if you slap a band-aid on somebody's snoot, it's like, "Oh, is that guy like does he get into like a lot of fights?
Yeah.
It's like a dangerous, like
Lot of cool points right there.
I've met some people who like have like a fur pattern. They'll be like, yeah, this fur pattern represents like my deepest darkest desires and my hopes for the future and this core part of my personality.
Nah, they're just cool, man.
Not me.
I just like them.
Not whiskey.
I just like how they look.
They just look pretty.
They look
Honestly,
pretty.
peak character design.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
it's valid.
All right. And so would you say that TF2 was your furry awakening, or were there like any other like, furry media or whatever that really intrigued you?
I mean, like, yeah, there was like some stuff prior to like TF2 was like kind of when I met like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, yo, this is like kind of cool. But prior to that, I mean, obviously you got like the big hitters, you know, like Lion King and
Uh-huh.
oh god, what was another big one? Like
The Banjo.
Yes,
Yeah,
Banjo.
exactly. Thank you for the volume warning, by the way, Arby.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you're
Banjo
welcome.
loud.
Yeah.
I
That
just
wasn't
want to
even that
say,
loud.
I'm just gonna spill the beans on what was discussed before we actually went live. Is
This
to make sure
is
that Banjo is turned down.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. He gets loud.
I will not be muzzled.
On your
I can
end,
do that,
bring
dude.
down
I'm sorry.
Banjo.
I can mute you.
But
Whatever.
like one of the big ones, like Great Mouse Detective. Do you remember that movie?
Great Mouse Detective.
I've
The
not
Great
seen
Mouse
it.
Detective with
Great-
Basil.
Great Mouse
He's like a
Detective.
little mouse guy. He's like
Oh.
Sherlock Holmes, but like a mouse.
Wait, hold on. I feel like one of
Mm.
our past guests brought this up. I forget. Let me pull it up.
That was
I
a
can-
big one. I watched that movie a lot when I was a
I
kid.
can see. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it on our little small TV. Oh my God, where the hell are we? We're gone.
Oh, later.
We are.
Oh, we are
guys,
gone.
Oh my
I
gosh.
just want to announce that we are launching a new BARQ product. It's called the Invisibility Cloak. So a lot of furries can have social anxiety. So no more. You won't have to now. You'll be completely invisible. So yeah, $49.99. Great price. Coming to a Walmart.
Hell yeah.
One Walmart. It's only going to one Walmart. So get ready for that.
All right,
So yeah, like just Disney movies. Like I
just
mean,
Disney movies.
I know it sounds basic. But like
You know,
Hey, I mean,
I don't know. I'm young enough to the fact where Zootopia still had like the opportunity to be formative for me. Was Zootopia like? Did Zootopia play a role in it at all in your
absolutely.
experience in your journey?
Listen, I'm a boomer. Okay, I'm like.
Yeah, you were
Like-
already a furry for 10 years when Zootopia came out.
I was I'd already been in the fandom for like 10 years at this point. And listen, I got like. Do I say this on an interview? Like, people are gonna come at me with pitchforks.
Just
I
say
didn't
it,
really
just
like
say it.
Zootopia. I didn't really
Whoa.
like it very much.
Okay, yeah, no, you're done. But
yeah. Sorry, man.
Goodbye. Okay, that's the end of the
Gotcha.
interview.
You're
Thank
out of
you.
here.
Oh
Thank you.
no! Revoke my free card.
Wow.
I thought it
Okay,
was like okay.
gotta-
It was.
I
alright.
gotta ask Banjo and Harvey, how long have you been furries?
Oh.
I have been a furry since 2018.
Oh shit. Okay.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I. You know, actually, you keep going, Banjo. Sorry.
I don't know. I was 10 years old in 2013. So from the time I was 10 to 2018, I had sort of been like slowly like building my tolerance to furry media just from like children's shows, and I hit a breaking point in 2018, and it hasn't been the same. It just hasn't. Been the same.
Hasn't been the same.
It's a tolerance to furry media.
Yeah. My tolerance for furry media. had grown. What about you, Harry?
Okay, so let's see.
You were a brony first, right?
Okay, wow. Okay, we're just.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. And back in middle school, I let's say I did dabble in a little bit of My Little Pony. But that was like baseline. Like in elementary school, I role played, as animals. I was a Warrior Cats fan. Obviously My Little Pony. Just
Okay.
everything.
Yeah.
It was clear from the start that I was interested in anthropomorphic animals, but didn't know about the furry fandom until like I'd probably say around 2017, 2018 as well.
Wow.
And I kind of got involved through VR checks. Like I finally actually started dipping into the fandom over COVID. When obviously we were
I
all
feel
locked
like-
indoors.
Mm.
Yeah.
I feel like VR chat was like a big catalyst
Yeah.
for a lot of new furries.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
perfect
Yes.
for me because I was able to play VR chat as a random furry model, and obviously all the friends I played with weren't furries at the time, so they'd always like shit on me for using the models and stuff. They're like, "Why the hell are you an animal?" I'm like, "Because I think it's cool. I like it."
I think you're cool.
Yeah. But then obviously being in VR chat, you just meet so many other furries just in random worlds and stuff like that.
I feel like there's like when VR chat kind of like blew up during COVID, that's like a whole brand new like
Yeah.
generation of furry. Like
Mm.
Oh, absolutely. yeah.
so many people joined the fandom, and
I
I don't want to like be like, oh my god, I'm so like I've been in the fandom so long, but I have been in the fandom quite a long time, and it like blew the hell up
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
COVID. Like there are so many furries now. It's like kind of
no.
like mainstream almost.
Oh, God.
You know, it's mainstream in terms of the mainstream has a knowledge of furries, but it's not mainstream in the sense that furries themselves are mainstream.
Right,
think.
right.
Mm.
Knowledge of,
Um,
yeah, I would agree
Yeah,
with that.
I don't know. I think that I like to call them COVID furries, and I feel like there's a very clear, a lot of the times, cultural distinction between like COVID furries and people who had been furries longer. I don't know.
Yeah,
you
there
can
is a
kinda
little bit,
tell-
yeah.
You can kind of tell. I can't explain why, but there's just like a vibe to it.
The
No, for sure.
COVID
Yeah.
furries.
I've seen that. I felt it too. Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah. And like if you look at, I mean, this is interesting. There's like a study that came out. There's like this whole group called Fur Science that does like studies on furry related topics.
I love
And,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Mm.
were looking at like con attendance, and it just like it got crazy. Like after COVID, which is surprising because like I guess after COVID was like kind of during COVID too was when like in-person events were kind of like staggering, like obviously just 'cause of
Yeah.
regulations and stuff. So I don't know. It's just like it's getting to the point at like right now where cons, like especially the bigger ones, have a capacity problem to the point where they have to limit like attendance. Like Anthrocon
Heard
is
about that. I
taking
heard about
steps
that.
to limit
Mm.
attendance. Yeah, it's crazy now.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like we're sort of in like the in between phase between like the next like two stages of like where the furry fandom is.
For sure, because I remember when I mean, obviously you guys have heard of like Midwest Fur Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
Yeah.
yeah.
I,
Little indie convention.
Well, yeah, little indie convention, little indie convention. I remember when that was literally in just one hotel. It was just one hotel.
Wow.
And then the dealer's den was in like it was like on the lowest floor of the hotel and like it was like a 7-foot tall room. It like it was really small and cramped. But I remember that everybody could fit into one hotel. And now we need like 10 overflow hotels. We've got the convention center. We've got the main hotel. It's so much bigger.
Wait, so what was the first con you ever went to?
Oh God.
Like what year?
don't
Do you
wanna
remember?
say.
Do you remember?
I don't want to say.
Why?
You don't need to say it. It's okay.
Oh, is it one of the? I see.
1964.
We just flip through my note cards here. Let's see. Oh boy. What was?
No, okay. See, the funny thing about that, though, the funny thing about that, by the way, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I think chat knows.
And like, I was just like very new to the fandom. Like, I had no idea what anything was about. My friend literally was like, "Hey, one day, why don't you come to a convention? It's like a lot of fun." I was like, I don't want to like travel and like, am I really into this kind of thing? Like, like, is this? I don't know. They convinced me, like, okay, fine. It'll be just like a little vacation, okay? For that to be my first convention, almost like put me off of like ever going again.
Yeah.
Oh, it was that bad.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. So I was just like, well, is this like, what's going on?
Oh my god.
And luckily, I decided to stick with, and I mean, everything else is great and fantastic. And like, I went to MFF that year, and
then
it was great.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Let's just say you got put through trials and tribulations. And
I
it was not an
did.
easy- It was
No,
not
I
easy
did.
to stay on the course.
I've got stories from that con that probably haven't even been told before. I remember how like angry the staff was. Like, I mean, that's like completely, that story's been talked about like a billion times by like a billion other YouTube channels. But like,
Yeah.
man, it was rough.
Wow.
Well,
You-
this is a tell-all podcast.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have any one
just-
story?
I mean, I just remember how like angry the staff was.
What were they like visibly like pissed at everyone?
Like, no, because I remember it was like the last day of the convention, and this is what like almost put me off from like ever going to a convention again.
Mm.
But I remember that like everyone was so fed up with everybody that they had staff lining the halls and like lining
What?
like the lobby. Like there would be like one dude posted at the end of every hallway for like every block of rooms.
Oh
and
my god.
and then and everyone's like, Shh, do not talk above a whisper. They will take any opportunity to get you kicked out of the hotel, and you will like not, you know what I mean? So like
Whoa.
everybody
It's
for
like
the whole
Orwellian.
yeah, everybody for the whole last day had to talk like at a whisper level or lower. Uh, otherwise you would be kicked out. And I was just
Wow.
like, this isn't fun at all. What is going on?
That's
Like
actually
this is
crazy.
like this is insane. Because I didn't know I didn't know, like learn until later that what like terrible shit people were doing at that convention. But I was just like, this is like the most unfun thing ever. Do I ever want to do this again?
Yeah, no, you know the vibe it has? It has like a bunch of like, it's like a summer camp with like younger kids and like all these adults constantly monitoring every single thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there you always had eyes on you. And I even remember there for the dance, they shut the lights off in the middle of the dance. Like so like there was like the ballroom or whatever, and like you know the DJ was going and people were dancing, and they just shut the lights off. And it was just pitch black in there, and they didn't care. They're like, just get out.
Wow. That's
All right,
insane.
fun's over. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
That's
We're done here.
Before going to the next question, I gotta say it. There's a lot of background noise on your end, Banjo.
Dude, he's always typing away or doing something.
Is there like a
Oh,
crisper or
I
something?
do hear the tippy tappers. I do hear it. I
Oh
do
no,
hear it.
I didn't realize I'm playing with a toy.
Oh, sorry.
Classic Banjo. Yeah,
let me
dude.
turn on my-
Put your
my
toy
voice
down, all right?
I didn't even think about it. Yeah. Okay.
Banjo moment.
I wanted to ask the chat if I increased my gain a bit. I wanted to ask the chat if everything's good with the audio because I saw a few comments.
Yeah, on my
Yeah,
side, you
apparently I'm
look good.
quiet, Harry.
Okay,
Apparently I'm
okay, yeah.
quiet.
Okay, Banjo, I'll turn you up. But then you will scream
Okay,
at one
yeah,
point,
okay.
and it'll hurt everyone's ears.
Actually, I find that offensive. That's an assumption.
Okay.
You're
all
putting
right.
me in a
Hey,
box.
all right, hey, Banjo, we're using our inside voices, okay?
Okay.
Put your toy
here's my
down.
inside voice.
These are inside
What?
voices.
Harry,
What?
I will not put my toy down. So I had a question. What if we did a dingo convention? What would that look like? Would you have like guards and like watchtowers and like people marching around, like making
What?
sure that everyone's on their best behavior?
I don't think there's enough dingoes in the fandom to even do that. Like,
I could pull some strings. I know some people.
Yeah. He is
I
BARQ.
think we're one of the lesser created Sonos species. I think.
Are you?
You guys are a precious commodity.
Yeah, very, very, very few of us out there.
Wow. Any dingoes in chat?
Oh, me,
Yeah, any
me.
dingoes in
me.
chat?
No, Banjo. You're not a dingo.
I can be whatever I want.
That's
I'm opening
right,
first
Banjo.
science. Okay, I have first science open. What
Okay.
do you think the biggest the biggest species is in the fandom, not counting hybrid?
Oh,
Oh,
I actually,
wolves or
after we answer
foxes?
this, I can go through. We have stats on this for BARQ. We have a bunch of stats.
True.
we can go
Oh,
through.
you have for BARQ?
Dude, this guy can see
Interesting.
Yeah, no,
everything.
we
Do you have
we a
them?
bunch of I have a lot of metrics. No, give your guess so that I can tell you you're wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's for BARQ because I don't have the guesses.
Yeah, this is for first science.
This is, by the way, this is really interesting. I haven't like actually talked about like furry shit for like years, so this is interesting.
Yeah, it just all the memories are flooding back and getting PTSD of the explosions happening at that con and
'Cause it
Your
was
eyes are glazing over right now.
Obviously, I'm a furry, but I've been
What?
so focused on. Oh, well, big announcement.
wait.
Whiskey,
But,
do you know
I've
what
just been,
furry is?
Yeah,
no, I don't know.
you're
I've
just a
been
dingo.
so focused though on like doing like streaming stuff like
Yeah, which
I rarely talk about like my experiences in the fandom anymore. So
wow.
Do you ever feel like you're like losing your connection to like furryism?
a little bit sometimes I do. Not like not like that I don't want to anymore, but it's like I'm like in a point in my life right now where it's like I'm so 100% behind like doing content that
Mhm.
it's hard to find time to like do a convention every month like I used to.
You used to
Yeah.
do a convention every month?
I used to go to
Wow.
every single con. Yeah, I used to go
Oh
all the
my
big
God.
ones.
Oh,
Like I
No.
would do FWA and BLFC and MFF and just
wow.
like
Yeah,
every single year.
every good relationships has a moment of distance and questioning, and that is either when you remind yourself why you initially liked it in the first place and come back stronger than ever, or you sort of
Mhm.
separate. And I'm curious, like, is that how you feel right now? Do you feel like you're kind of like deciding like where you want to go with furry stuff in
Um,
general?
no, I wouldn't say that because I still absolutely adore like the fandom itself. Like I wouldn't even be doing what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for the fandom. It's
Mhm.
just like such a big part of my life that I can never just be like, okay, I'm done, cold turkey. You know what I
I
mean?
am no longer a dog on the internet.
Exactly.
I'm a
I
real
don't-
boy.
I'm just whiskey. Drop the dingo.
Now, whether or not that entails like,
Tails.
tails, tails,
Yeah.
like moving apart from it, like a little bit in regards to like, oh, maybe do like some different content or whatever. But I think I'm always gonna be, a furry, no matter what happens.
On a
And by the way,
personal
like for
level.
anybody who's like worried about, oh my God, Whiskey's done, he's done, he hates furries, he's done, he's over. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I've been in the fandom so long that I can see some things that annoy me. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, so.
Do you ever get annoyed by like broad cultural changes in the furry fandom that you observe?
There's a couple things that annoy me, but it's just like more so the basic stuff of just like people being
Like,
able to
I
be
don't know.
more annoying than usual because social media is so huge right
Yeah.
now.
Just a bunch of
Yeah,
jackasses on the internet.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just
I
like,
don't know.
oh God.
The one thing that gets to me a lot of the times is that there's sort of a sentiment that everyone is at each other's throats in a sense. I feel like, especially because a lot of the culture is predominantly sort of like perpetrated from like Twitter, and that's just kind of like the
Yeah.
nature of that platform. Do you feel like that's like a new thing, or is that something that you've always like observed, like that sort of like dynamic?
It's definitely more predominant now than it was, but that's always been around. There's always gonna be people who are like, trying to
Stir the pot.
clamor
And,
over each other, stir the pot. Like,
yeah.
I mean, there like every year there was a new, quote unquote, oh, this is the drama of the year, this is the drama of the month. Like that never changed. Like there was always
Yeah,
something going on. It's just
yeah,
more like visible now because it's so, I mean, especially with like, AI is like taking over and it's in your face all the time and you're forced to look
yeah.
at people's takes.
Mhm.
It's like it
Yeah, no,
feels overwhelming.
there's definitely like a case to be made for as far as like perception of things versus like the actual like reality of things, because
Yeah.
perception can be really distorted just by what's put in front of you. Anyway, on that note, Dingo says he's not doing furry content anymore. Can we get hashtag Whiskey's over party in chat? Hashtag
Yeah.
Whiskey's over furries. Hashtag
Yeah. It's over. It's over.
It's over. So
it's
sad.
over.
Yeah, sorry. I feel like I had like I had like a good tangent that I was talking. God, I lost my thought about
Oh.
distancing from the fandom, but maybe it'll come back to me.
Okay.
Maybe it'll come back to me.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
we
don't
can
worry.
start.
Every so often I'll whisper whiskey distance from the fandom, and maybe that'll get your
Yeah,
it'll
it'll just
yeah,
click. It'll just
okay.
snap one time. Yeah. All right. Okay, so next thing I want to get into is the main thing that you do and you talk about is you and streaming. So first of all, when did you start streaming?
I started streaming in like I think it was June 2017, I think.
Wow. And were you always a furry VTuber?
No, I was not actually.
Were you just like, did you have like a face cam?
Well, VTubing actually wasn't really a thing back then.
Oh, that is true.
I mean,
actually, I guess yeah.
It was in a like small sense. Like
Yeah,
I could tell you exactly when it started too, because I was kind of like there for the beginning of it.
yeah.
But when I first started streaming, I was just a face cam streamer. I played PUBG.
Well, yeah.
Just
just the good old classics.
the good old classics. And then I remember there was a program called Face Rig that had came out, older program, and people were making like 3D models and running that through the program, and then we figured out that you could like VTube before it was called VTubing. And I don't want to like say any false information here because I don't know if like anime VTubing was like really big at the time, but I think furry VTubing kind of started things off a little bit.
Really?
Because I do not remember VTubing being super hot until like 2020.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I saw it, I think it started in Japan with
Yeah.
God, was it like, I don't want to say any chat correct me, wasn't it like Kazune AI? Kizuna AI. I think that might have
Something
been
like that,
the-
I think.
Yeah.
in Japan.
I remember like 2017 was sort of like when Snapchat was kind of like doing a lot with like face filter technology. And I feel like Snapchat, like the things they did, like,
Snapchat.
Whoa.
no, the investment Snapchat made in like face filtering and stuff actually had a big role in like
True.
paving the way for VTubers because a lot of the technology is based on a lot of the research like they did.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see like when it really popped off too, because when I was doing it, it wasn't nearly like, I mean, it was like VTubing wasn't even a word.
Yeah.
But like I knew like a ton of furries who had like these face rigs and like these models and stuff, and it was like super cool, and it just kind of grew from there.
I was doing it before they even had a word for it. They didn't know what to call it back when I started.
It's cute.
I mean, listen, I've been
Back in
streaming
my
for
day.
going on like 7 years now. Like, it's been for like 7 years.
Yeah. Little birdie in chat said to ask about League. Whiskey, are you a League of Legends player?
I play League, yeah. I do play League.
Still to this
Oh,
day.
no. Oh, no.
So do you just hate yourself? Or,
Yeah.
like, tell me about that relationship.
I'm a very competitive person. I love like multiplayer games.
But League of Legends?
I'm so
I
sorry,
mean, hey,
Whiskey.
look, it's fun. Like it's
Definitely
fun.
competitive.
I don't play it anymore. The latest patch sucks, so I uninstalled it.
What they do
But
in the latest patch?
it's, I mean, too much to get into. It just sucks.
Well, yeah, League
I
just
hear that all the
sucks.
time.
What is your rank?
It
Do you
just-
know?
It just sucks. My rank, I think the last time I checked, it was like high diamond or something like that.
It's like
don't know what that
is
means.
like, I don't know.
Is
It's
that
like
good?
good. Yeah.
Well,
It's-
you know, on the
That's
topic of
pretty
competitive,
good.
on the topic of competitive gaming, I just want to say that I'm pretty proud that I was a silver in Overwatch in 2018.
There you
I
go.
was-
Back when I played, yeah.
You know what? Good on you. I was top 500 too.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well,
that's fine.
sorry, Banjo.
You know, our accomplishments, you know, at yeah. No, that's
Comparison
fine,
is the
whatever.
thief of joy, Banjo. Remember that, okay? You got
Whatever.
silver, and you need to be happy about getting that.
Whatever. You know,
Very-
I was
hey,
only like
listen,
I was
we
11
both
years old in
succeeded.
2018, so it's like whatever. It's fine.
Hey, Banjo, it's okay. Just keep on with your toy, man. It's just
I'm not even that. You know what? I'm just gonna keep playing with my toy.
okay.
Whatever. Move on.
All right. So
Move on.
okay. Thank you, Banjo. Okay, yeah. So moving down the line into streaming, recently, in this past year or last year, you started an organization called VFur, right?
Yes.
You wanna talk a little bit about that and why you made it?
Yeah. So VFur is it's just like a group of like-minded furry content creators who, because in my opinion, people find it, I mean, and this goes for me too. People find it like hard to like reach out to others and like do collabs.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like people, they're like, okay, I don't want to come across as like a clout chaser. I don't want to be like, oh, I just, it's tough to like initiate something with somebody that you're,
Yeah.
like, oh, I really like your content, man. I would love to do something with this person, but are they like, like, will they think that I'm like lame or whatever? So I was like, I want to make a team where if you're on the team and we're all friends and you see like-minded individuals just like, oh, I like your content. Oh, I like your content. You can just collab with each other without being like afraid to say it. That was like the main goal of me making the team. Just to kind of solve that collabing problem.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then
Yeah, I've been doing lots of collab with VFur people. It's very cool.
yeah, that's awesome. How many people
Yeah.
are on the team?
Oh my
I
god.
think right now is 150 people.
Wow.
I have
think
not
yeah, I think you're
done-
right.
Yeah, I was actually curious about that. That seems very much like
No.
something that I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of challenges that you can run into and pitfalls you can run into as you scale. Have you like dealt with any like challenging like trying to adjust the dynamics as like the team grows, or has it been all natural and pretty smooth?
It's been pretty natural. There haven't been like, I mean, knock on wood, I'm happy to say that there haven't been like any like situations where it's like, oh god, you know, where I
Uh-huh.
gotta like drop the hammer or something. So thank goodness. Like
Separate the
typically
Yeah,
kids.
so far
everybody,
so good.
yeah, typically everybody who I've invited to the team, like I do like a I look into the content. I make sure like, you know, these are good people. These are good people that are on the team.
That's good. You do background checks.
Yeah. And of course I obviously don't police everybody on the team. Like, so if somebody does something stupid, I mean, hey, you gotta own up to that, right? But as far as, you know, difficulty, I'd say the only difficult thing is having to like say no to people. I think that's the thing that like bothers me
Mm.
the most. Because I don't want to make a team that just invites every single person that has ever, you know, wanted, like I don't want to
Yeah.
bloat a team.
That would be impossible to handle having a
I
team
mean,
that
how
big.
many requests did you get
I
per
got like,
wave?
I think it was over 3,500 people total.
Oh my
that
god.
showed interest.
Oh,
That's insane.
It was a lot.
It was just late nights, just coffee in hand, just scrolling through each one, being like, oh,
Well, luckily I've got some very, very, very good friends who help me with it.
oh, okay,
so,
good.
yeah.
I was about to say, if you did that all by yourself, that would be
No,
hella impressive.
Definitely not. I'm very, very blessed to have people that, you know, help me out in that regard, because there's no way. But I think, yeah, like the toughest thing is like going through and like saying, and like, because I don't, it's tough when there's so many people. I know people are looking for like, oh, why didn't I make a team, or like what's some constructive criticism or whatever. But it's just I can't do that for like that amount of people. So knowing that there's people out there who are like, oh man, I didn't make the team, that sucks. That like bothers me
Yeah.
just as a
Yeah.
person. So that's probably the toughest thing, is doing applications like that.
Oh yeah. I bet that. Oh, declining people must suck.
Yeah, like I mean, I would love to, you know, like everybody, here we go. But I know
Everyone's
that's just
in.
not- I'm
Everyone's
not
here. Super Smash Bros. Get in here.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, if
Yeah.
everyone's here, it just ends up like how things are right now.
I mean, it would be
Yes.
nice to be kumbaya and everything, but it's very much disconnected from the fundamentals of what you're trying to do, I would say.
Yeah.
I like I've taken a little bit of flack in the past for being more, how do I word this? I've been doing this so long that I want to give people like legitimate advice. And I'm not saying that like what other people say isn't legitimate, but I feel like there's a lot of flowery talk when it comes to like when somebody asks for like a bit of advice. They're like, okay, hey, what do I do? How
Yeah.
do I succeed? And I'm not a person to be like, oh, just be yourself, do your thing, and then everything will be
Just
great.
keep
You'll be
being
successful.
you.
There's a place for that, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to be like, okay, hey, this is like some actual stuff that people just don't tell you that will help you, you know, grow on, you know, social media or like on a stream or something like that. And
Yeah,
I
there's a
like
lot of
giving that
value.
kind of advice.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
far
Give us
more
the
valuable
sauce.
than just like generic. Because like if I wanted generic advice, I would just talk to my mom or something and she's like, "Just keep being you, honey.
Yeah.
Keep doing whatever you're doing."
Just keep that smile on your face. You're doing great.
I'm like, "Thanks,
Exactly.
Mom."
That's a little
And then
kiss
I
on the
go
cheek.
upload maybe like I don't know. I think it's funny because like I've seen this happen a lot just because I'm involved in a lot of spaces like that, and
Mhm.
say like just a completely made up example, but like someone's like doing a thing where they just record a rock every day and they upload like a video of a rock every day. I'll see people tell them like just keep doing it, just consistency. That's the only thing you need to worry about. You keep being you. And it's like maybe I don't know, maybe explore other things than recording a rock every day. You know, it's just like I don't know. It kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good to have that like kind of tough love, like honest advice.
Mm.
Yeah.
I know, and like that's like kind of some of the stuff that I would have liked to hear when I was just starting out.
Yeah, no, it's like it's not always like people are gonna think
Mhm.
you're an asshole. It is
Yeah.
appreciated.
If the rock isn't getting views, switch to a boulder or something. Don't keep looking at the same rock.
Exactly. Maybe paint a
Uh,
face on the rock. Paint 3 faces on the rock. You know,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
creative.
You gotta get creative with it. Yeah.
That's a great allegory. I'm gonna use that at some point.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Um.
Okay.
Speaking of Harvey,
Oh.
I think you have some good questions.
Oh yeah. I am looking
Oh,
at this beautiful list of questions right now. I am.
I thought Andre was about to be like, speaking of that, Harvey, I've been looking at your content.
Yeah. It's kind of shit, and you gotta change
it's time
it.
to make a change.
Speaking of Harvey, I think you have some advice to
Yeah.
hear.
We have a friend named Jamie, and sometimes he'll be like looking at like Harvey's like making a graphic design for something, and he'll just take a look at it. He'll just go, "I need to step in. I need
Yeah.
to step in here," and
Yeah.
he'll just like do it over.
Which I love constructive criticism, but I look at it, I go, I love this, I made this, and then Jamie goes,
I
it's shit.
I need to step in.
Yeah. Hold on.
I mean, I feel like okay. I feel like I wish I had somebody who would just say, "Hey, what you're doing is shit right now." God,
Yeah,
I wish
no,
I had
literally.
somebody like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
It's hard not to know.
glutton. I'm a glutton for constructive criticism. I don't like yes men. I don't like.
Oh yeah.
I don't like surrounding
Sycophants.
myself with people who are just like, "Oh, whatever you're doing is perfect. It's perfect."
Get a big
I
thumbs
want
up.
to know if I'm fucking up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot. I don't know. That's what separates the stagnation from the succession.
Succession?
Succession, like
Succession.
the TV show.
Yes. Yeah. I mean.
Harry, can I just ask you, Harry, what am I doing
Okay.
wrong?
Oh man, what are you doing wrong? Nothing.
do better?
Nothing. You're perfect in every way, and you keep doing great.
Thank you so
And
much.
I love
I'm
you so
glad.
much.
Oh, okay. Let's not get crazy now.
Okay. Now we can sing Kumbaya.
Ah, the Benya!
All right. Yeah. Next thing I want to talk about is that. So you've been streaming for around 7 years now. How did you dial in on your niche? Because I feel like now I've seen like some of your streams, and you have a very like concurrent like schedule on how you do everything. Like, how did you kind of get into that rhythm?
It took a little while to get into the rhythm. There's a lot of trial and error when it comes to like what works for you as a streamer. But I think for me, when I was just starting out, I just could not, like, I was on the grind. I was on the grind for like the first 2 or 3 years, like kind of going right, like everything changed during COVID, of course. And I'll be the first person to say that the fact that everybody was home watching TV or Twitch or whatever definitely helped me out. It definitely
yeah. That was around when I first started streaming as well, and it was just like the perfect time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
no, I don't know.
Going towards 2020, I would get done with my job. I had like a typical 9 to 5. And then I would get home. I would nap for like an hour or two, and then I would stream for like 9 or 10 hours.
Oh my god!
Wow! Oh my god!
When did you
and
sleep?
Yeah. Did you sleep?
I would take like little naps in between like sessions. So I would work, and then I would nap. I would stream for like 8-9 hours. Take like another like 3-4 hour like sleep at night. Then go to work, and then just rinse and repeat.
Dude,
And
that
I did that for like 2 years. Until I got to the point where I felt comfortable enough quitting my job. And then when I quit my job and streaming kind of blew up in 2020, then I was able to kind of focus in on like, okay, what do I want my schedule to be? How long do I want to stream for? And then over time, it's just kind of like honed that. I found a time slot that I haven't changed in like 4 years.
Oh my god! Yeah, I was looking at your like analytics, and I was just seeing the hour stream, and it was just like exactly just like you had the same schedule for multiple years, and to that, like, props to you.
Well, I mean, I think if anybody wants to take away one piece of like actual good advice from anything that I say, I will say that consistency, streaming is key. Consistency
Mhm.
is like the number one most important thing. Like, if you treat your stream like a TV show that people can tune in on, they're like, oh, it's 5 o'clock, it's time for Andre.
Mhm.
Uh, that will help you out so much in regards to like retaining an audience.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Like, it's
that is.
super important. Super important.
Yes. Chat.
It's
Are
whiskey
you guys
time.
taking notes? Write this down. Write this down.
Chat, take notes.
Hey,
It's also about as important as audio quality. If you click somebody's stream and their audio is
Oh,
bad,
yeah.
they're gonna
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
like
Mhm,
immediately.
Like
yeah,
audio
no,
quality
I've
is
first.
super
heard,
important.
If you hear someone playing with a toy in the
I know
background,
some-
Yeah.
I know some like Hollywood like film people, and a big thing they've always said to me, which I always find interesting, is that like you can get away with bad video, you cannot get away with bad audio
Yeah.
ever.
Exactly.
And it goes for
Mhm.
any media.
Yeah.
It's like a law.
I feel like first investment you're doing streaming is just get a good mic.
I used to be in radio, so I
Really?
Like,
Really?
yo,
I take some of those skills that I learned being like a host and just brought it over to streaming.
What did you
Wow, that's interesting.
radio for?
Oh, we did it for my college.
Oh,
And,
okay. College radio.
College radio, yeah.
Nice.
You're tuned into w.dingo FM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
w.dingo FM,
You're
baby.
watching Whiskey Dingo.
So I took some of those skills over and like and it's different for everybody now. Like, streaming is like a journey for yourself. So you've got loud streamers, you've got like crazy like like me. I'm a pretty crazy guy. But you've also got
We can't
like,
take
you know,
anyway.
You're a
Whiskey.
crackhead. Come on.
you've also got like quiet streamers, which is also just as valid.
Yeah.
It's like a spectrum of, you know, of different styles of streaming. What I did is I took the rule of 3 from radio, where I don't want to be not talking on stream for more than like 2.5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I do that. Yeah. I
Uh,
try to do the same thing. Just always talk.
It's like because I always say, like, okay, imagine you're flipping through a radio station, guys. Imagine you're flipping through a radio station, you're looking for music. If you don't, like, what is the amount of time it takes you to stay on a radio station for it to grab your attention before you
Mhm.
swap the channel?
Mm.
You know what I mean? And if it doesn't grab your attention in like that amount of time, then you might have just like lost a viewer, or you might have lost like
Mhm.
somebody's interest. And I treat my stream that way. They click my stream. Okay, I better be talking and interesting them. You
Yeah.
know?
That's whenever people ask me for advice, that's always like the main thing I say is like, just talk to yourself. If you have 0 viewers,
Yeah.
just don't stop talking, because you can get that one person that comes in stream, and if you're not saying anything, you're just like playing the game. They can't talk
Yeah.
about anything. There's like they're just there, and they're like, okay, this is boring. I'm gonna click off right away. So just
Mm.
always talk to yourself.
You know, I was wondering when my streams of me staring at the camera and saying nothing haven't been doing well.
Well, yeah, you have stream. You know, your streams are something else. You're always
I just thought my eyes are really beautiful, so people would want to watch. But it's fine.
But
yeah,
you
well,
are beautiful. You are
yeah.
beautiful, though.
Oh, thank you, Whiskey. I actually have a follow-up question.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about Neil Patrick Harris?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Wait.
This is out
Yeah.
of left field.
Wait, who's this? Who-
Cool.
Wait,
I
wait,
guess.
here, can we pull up a photo of Neil Patrick Harris?
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me.
Just
Neil
get the photo going.
Patrick. Wait, who is this?
Just get the
Oh,
photo.
this guy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting the photo. I'm getting the photo. I'll just flash it on screen for everyone.
Yeah. So I just want to bring this up. Is it on
What?
screen yet?
No, hold on. I'm getting. All right. Here it is.
Yeah, can we just
Here it
put it on
is.
screen real quick?
Yeah, I'll just put it.
Sorry, guys.
Here, let me just.
Like, he was
So-
like
so
good in How I Met Your
thoughts?
Mother, I guess.
Thoughts?
Thoughts on this guy? Yeah, he's cool.
Can we actually cover? Can we cover me with him? Can
Yeah,
we
you
cover
wanna
Banjo?
be?
Yeah, put him next to me, actually. Yeah.
Oh, bro, right next to you. Sorry. Let me
Yeah.
just. Is that
Wait,
good?
is that UIRL?
Well, let's just say I'm full of surprises, right? And leave it at that, okay? We're just gonna leave that card on the table. We're not gonna flip it over. We're just gonna leave it right there for now. Okay?
Oh, I can't
All
believe.
right, we'll wait.
I can't believe guest cameo Neil Patrick Harris is here.
Oh, Neil, what a surprise is it? I have no idea. Oh, jeez. I mean, if you guys want to keep talking, I'm gonna probably just be with Neil for a little bit here.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
okay.
Just let me know when you're ready, okay, Banjo?
Yeah, you just.
Okay. Hey, Neil. I have to do the rest of this podcast, but we can definitely we'll hang out later. Okay, we'll circle back. I really appreciate you coming. No. Okay, Neil. No, you. Okay, no, you. All right. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. Oh no, thank you. Oh my gosh, Neil. Neil, stop! Not in front of everybody.
Okay, all right.
Well, what is this bit?
He's gone. He's gone. Security took him out of here.
What the hell was that bit?
He was getting a little too crazy. Banjo, I'm so sorry. He wasn't supposed to do that. Security got rid of him. He's gone. Anyways, we got a little off track there with Neil.
Sorry, I apologize.
It's okay, Banjo.
This is just like little Michael all over again.
Yeah, don't bring little Michael in here. Like let me. What the hell were we talking about before this?
I don't know. We were.
I forgot. I forgot.
Something interesting.
Okay, let's let me look back through my question. Okay, I remember we were talking about it was always talking on stream. And your grind set. So next thing I wanted to ask is, do you see streaming as like a long-term career that you could do, forever? How long you want to do it for?
So I'm blessed to have like an awesome community and a lot of people that like watching me. I mean, I'm just a fucking loud yellow dog on the internet, but somehow that stuck, and I am, blessed to be able to be doing this every day. And for me, I would like to keep it going until I get to a point where I don't have something new to do. My grind set is I always want to be like pushing the envelope with something new and cool. And if I ever get to the point where I can't do that, I think then I'll want to look into other avenues of, doing content, or whether that be like, something on YouTube or whatever. But by that point, I will have hoped to have like saved up enough money to pursue that. I've always wanted to do I think when I get like older, like travel vlog would be fun or something like that.
Oh my god, I would watch the hell out of that. I
Come
love
to
this.
France. Come eat cheese.
But as it is right now, like I have no
this train ain't stopping.
It's not stopping.
It ain't stopping.
No intention of slowing down. I only have bigger and better things coming.
That's awesome.
I've talked to a few people who are pretty large YouTubers, and they're lucky enough to be able to live off of their content creation. And I've asked them a similar question, and a lot of the times I get I've gotten a very similar answer. And essentially what it boils down to, they sort of treat it as like a gift. Like they never really know, like, because when you're a content creator, you're sort of subject to the whims of corporations and changes and like audience and all these other things, and just like YouTube could literally make a change to their algorithm that can completely destroy your career. So it's sort of like treating every like day as a gift, and not like, I don't know, they don't like to plan too far ahead of it. They like to be like nimble with that stuff, but they also like to be smart and like invest in like other like other platforms and other like things, just to sort of have like things to fall back onto.
Don't keep your eggs in one basket, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have like a backup plan,
What's your backup plan, Whiskey?
If you guys remember like the ad chocolate.
Yeah.
My backup plan, I mean, I've got like a bunch of different, I post to all different social media and stuff like that. YouTube is probably my backup plan in case Twitch ever like implodes.
Could happen.
So where does like a presidential run fall in that list?
Yeah, when are you running for furry president?
Oh gosh, I mean anybody can be president these days, so
Yeah.
I mean, you have the haircut almost.
Not too far off.
You almost have the haircut there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got like a lot of fun things I'm dipping my fingers in, so I'm very happy.
Okay.
And blessed to be doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, and
Hashtag bless up.
Hashtag blessed. Yeah, and then again, with how long you've been doing this for, and the amount of time and effort you put into this, have you ever dealt with any kind of burnout?
Yeah, I've gotten burnout before. Not super bad to the point where I just don't want to like stream or anything, but I've definitely gotten like, I feel like, I mean, right now specifically, maybe it's just because I'm so anxious about like, because I've got a debut coming up in like
a month, Oh.
maybe even less.
A new
maybe less
model
than a
that
month.
someone's making. That's
Yeah,
that-
that someone
some random
A
person
certain
is-
someone.
It could be
Certain
anyone,
someone
really.
making.
Someone's.
yeah.
Okay, if you had to tease it in one word, what word would you pick?
My debut.
Your model, your new model. What's like one
Oh,
word?
my
you
new
could use to
model?
describe it?
Oh God.
Yeah, it's hard.
John Wick.
Whoa. John Wick.
John Wick.
John Wick. Is your model
Twink.
gonna kill me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who the F is John?
you know one thing about John Wick, you don't mess with his dogs.
You guys will understand when you see that. Listen, I've been very secretive about what the like lore is and like the what it's gonna look like. So you guys, I mean, I see the chat look, huh? Huh? What?
John Wick?
It'll all
it's
make
just-
sense. It'll
What
all
if
makes
it's
sense,
just
it'll
what
make
if it's
sense.
just like what if it's just like a photorealistic, just a normal dude? It's not even like a drawing or anything. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just like a dude.
It's just a PNG.
It's just actually John
a
Wick.
cutout PNG.
I will
It's
say
just
just because
John Wick.
I wanna glaze Andre here real hard.
Oh.
This might be one of the most advanced and like crazy models I've ever seen
Wow.
in the VTubing space.
Oh,
Ah!
man.
That is a
I'm
tease.
talking like insane.
Oh man.
You know what? Guys, can we get W's in chat for Andre Moraf?
Yeah,
W's in
dude.
chat.
Thank you.
Insanely talented.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a pretty complex. I was hanging out with like one of the best Live 2D riggers a few days earlier,
Mhm.
and there's definitely people who are more talented than me. But the thing is, like in your model, you wanted everything,
Yeah.
and that's very rare.
Everything.
It's
You know what?
So I'm
crazy.
excited to finish
You
it.
know what? Harvey, can we round of applause for Andre?
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, applaud me when I'm done. Applaud me when I'm
Oh,
done.
right, yeah,
I have
you're
a
still
few things to
working.
finish.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, look at those claps.
Wait, what was I saying? I was saying something.
Burnout. What you?
Oh yeah, burnout. Yeah, so I think it might just be the fact that I'm like super, like, oh god, it's coming. Where I'm just like, okay, I'm mildly burned out right now because I've got so much cool stuff I want to do, but I can't do it till the debut is done.
Mm,
So I'm
I
just kind of
see.
like,
So you're kind of just sitting there.
yeah.
Oh. So what would be one thing you would say to people that are dealing with burnout? How can they get out of it?
That's a tough one. If you ever figure that out, let me know.
All right.
Because I would love the answer.
So yeah, no, I actually have a strategy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Oh, was that a bit?
Is that okay?
no, I was never gonna say anything else.
I was really hoping you would say something there, man.
When I open my mouth, you never know what you're gonna get, right?
Yeah.
No, I will say though, in all seriousness, I would say find some things that interest you that can like fit in with your content. You know what I mean? Like things that it's not just going through the motions and like, okay, what's the hottest thing right now and blah 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 blah. It's just like find something that you can kind of like slot in that you really enjoy, but also is like kind of like a fit for what you do. For me, I was having some pretty bad burnout. I think the worst burnout I had was like 2 years ago, or 2.5 years ago ish. Where I was just like, man, I really don't know what I want to do with my content anymore. Like, I'm just kind of going through the motions.
Mhm.
And obviously, I wouldn't show this on stream. Like,
Oh yeah.
I still want to like put on a great show,
Just
and
smile and
that
wave.
that in itself makes me happy. So whenever I get to like interact with people, like I'm doing good. But after I turn the stream off, I'm like, man, I really want to find something that just is me. And then I decided to start streaming indie horror games because I love horror. Horror is like my favorite genre of movie, my favorite genre of video game. I fucking love getting scared. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's play some indie horror games. And God, that was the best idea I ever had because I never get bored of them. They're awesome.
There's
and
so
that's
many.
kind of There's so many, and that's kind of currently that's like my niche right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing a
It's
lot of it.
like I'm known like currently for like all the horror games that I play. It's like my most like everyone always like turns out for those streams. So I'm really happy about that. I'm glad that I decided to do that because that really helped with my like burnout.
Yeah, that's I'm kind of dealing with a bit of burnout right now, at least with my own streams. I've been I at least for me, I don't know, this whole past year I've been in a huge like video game drought. Where just like I'm scrolling through my like Steam library, seeing like games, unlimited games, but no games, and it is tough, at least to say the least. So it's trying to find my niche right now, which right now is Fortnite, and I need to get out of it, and I need to run.
I mean, if you're liking it though, and people are liking it, just
Dude, I love it. I love it. But then again, what you were saying before is how you always want something new and fresh coming to streams, and if I'm streaming the same thing over and over and over and over again, then it's just
you can iterate on that kind of thing by like adding like you don't have to stop playing a game that you really enjoy, but you can add onto it. Like you can add like a challenge. You can add like, you know, like something I just recently started doing. Now, obviously, not my idea. I saw somebody else doing it. A good friend of mine, Jal. He would start doing like bingo.
Oh yeah, I saw you do that
with the horror games, and I was like, oh my god, that sounds so fun. Can I do that? It's like yeah, go ahead. Because I hate like, I don't know, just a little tangent. I hate like yoinking stuff from people without asking.
Oh, well, stealing is bad.
Right. It's like not that anybody owns bingo, but you know what I mean? Like I just like, hey, you know, can I like this sounds cool? Can we do this?
Yeah, maybe I should have asked before starting my WhiskeyDingo stream. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
It's okay. You get a pass. You get a pass. But like, so adding something to like your stream, like, because I do horror games all the time, but add this new bingo thing makes it fresh. You know what I mean? And I'm still doing the same thing that I love doing, but there's like more to it now. I think that's like an important thing to look at. Like when you're like, oh, what do I do? I'm kind of burning out a little bit. Like, how do I freshen this up?
Adding challenges. Yeah.
Tell me what you think about it, but the way I see stream, I think people are looking for honesty and passion. Do you agree with it?
Yeah, I would say so for sure. There's like two different kind of streamers, I think. There's the people that really want to watch like the honesty, the passion, like this is somebody who really loves what they're doing. And then on the other hand, you've got like the top tier players. So when you get into like these games, these multiplayer games, people will go and watch the best person at that game. Even if they're not even talking. You know what I mean? They just want to see the best player
insane
in
gameplay.
a game.
Oh yeah.
It's so like you've got like insane gameplay, and then you got personality and like, you know, stuff like that. I mean, not saying that they don't have personalities. I mean, some can, but I think there's like those two kind of streamers, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, that makes sense. I see it.
Yeah, because like you could be the best at a game and you literally could not have a webcam, you wouldn't even talk, nothing, don't have emotes, and people would come and watch you.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see what else. Also, Banjo, are you still here? Oh,
Banjo is gone.
Banjo?
No, good riddance.
Okay. He was just playing dead. He was just playing. He's okay. He's fine.
You are not still here though. No, you're not still here. You're fired.
Oh, what? Me?
You're done.
I'm right in the middle of the episode, really?
Can somebody get Neil Patrick Harris back?
Get out! Get out! I'm replacing you with Neil. Get out! I'm replacing you with Neil.
Please.
I'm replacing you with Neil.
Oh,
Neil, you're back.
No, he's gone. He's gone. Neil's gone.
Gone.
I was only giving you a small taste.
My little Neil.
Okay, let me look back through my questions here, because another thing I wanted to ask is...
I have a question.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's your biggest insecurity as a streamer?
Gulp.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of shy, I guess. I don't know.
Oh man. Actually, this is a tough question. My biggest insecurity.
That's a spicy question.
Mhm. That's one of the few we got.
Andre,
As a
okay,
streamer.
Andre, tell me yours, and then maybe it'll like help me with mine.
Mm.
Oh my god, what is okay? I guess for streaming, I don't have any.
Oh,
As
you're,
an
I don't
artist?
have any either.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, okay, I
Just
don't. Okay, no,
perfect?
I can't think of any. Okay, no, I can't think of any. I'll probably think of mine. As an artist, my biggest insecurity is disappointing people.
Disappointing.
Whiskey, my biggest insecurity is disappointing you.
Well,
No, you can never disappoint me. You can never
no,
disappoint me.
Andre, come on.
Andre,
Don't
Guys,
say
I
that.
just want you to know. I want you to know. Neil just told me to tell you guys that Andre, he doesn't think Whiskey's ever going to be disappointed in you.
Oh, really? He
Aw.
said that? Oh, maybe,
Neil just told me to say that.
maybe,
yeah.
maybe he isn't that bad.
Oh, thank you, Neil.
Neil's a good
But-
guy.
But for me, like, I don't know. Like, is that like bad to say? Because like when I hit the
No?
go live button, I just like, okay, maybe my biggest insecurity is like, but I think it just goes for like every streamer. What, like, you'll look at the numbers afterwards, and like if you see
Yeah.
a stream that didn't do as well, you'll be like, yeah, that kind of sucked. Maybe like what went wrong. But like I feel like that's not like an insecurity for me. That's just like me like wanting to never like fuck up again. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, let's say I had a really bad stream. But
Uh-huh.
luckily, like I don't but here's the thing, like every stream I do I love. So I don't know.
That's
Mm.
cute. Whiskey, someone is
tough.
whispering in my ear.
Wait, who's whispering in your ear?
I can't say. What about your laugh?
Your
Oh, my
laugh?
laugh? Okay.
I love your laugh, but
I
you've been
do-
mentioning. I love
do-
your laugh.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Actually, you're right. I hate my laugh.
You hate your laugh?
I love your laugh
hate my laugh.
though.
That might be an insecurity. That yeah, I hate my laugh.
What?
Aww.
You got a good laugh.
Well, I think like I just think that I sound like a hyena. I don't like it.
Mm.
I think it's
Not-
cute.
not-
I got,
very
like,
dingo
I got
of
like
you.
a nasty wheeze when I laugh. Like, I don't know. I don't like it.
Okay. Also, Banjo, are you still here? Or
No,
is
it's Neil.
just Neil here now? Okay.
Hi Neil.
What is this bit? What is going on?
I don't know. Banjo just disappeared. This is not.
Does this happen? Does this always happen?
I know the Banjo just went missing. His computer has been crashing every single episode for the past 3. So that's
Oh, wait,
that,
this isn't a bit. Oh
well.
shit.
Oh, he did leave. See, this is actually the first stream where I'm doing it on my PC because the last 2 we did it on his and it kept crashing and and the VOD kept corrupting.
Hey everyone.
Okay.
So bad news.
Yeah.
Neil was climbing on my computer, and he kind of hit the power button. But I'm back
Oh
now.
my
So let me
God.
just
Hey,
sit
welcome
here.
back.
Oh, sorry, Neil. We will discuss this later. I'm not talking to you right now.
Okay,
No.
okay,
No, Neil.
whoa.
Stop it.
Oh
Sorry,
man.
guys. I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay.
Neil,
Hey.
stop. You're embarrassing me. I'm not doing this on stream right now.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
not doing this on stream.
Hey, come on. I mean, nice and
Okay.
friendly here.
As we were, guys. As we were.
Okay. Yes. I was gonna ask something and I completely forgot what I was gonna.
I feel like every time
Neil?
Neil Patrick Harris comes on
Damn
the
you,
stream,
Neil! Damn you! I keep
we forget what we're talking about.
Oh, I remember. Okay. Have you seen the show Severance?
I have not.
Oh my god, I haven't seen the latest episode. No, don't spoil
No,
me.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I was just,
Harvey,
I was
I sent you a link. I sent you the link to
okay.
my thing.
I was just gonna ask. I guess Andre, you can kind of answer this as well. Do you? So when going to stream, do you kind of like snap into a like work version of you, or is it like kind of true to who you actually are?
Are you asking me or Whiskey?
We can ask you first,
maybe both
Andre.
of us.
Yeah. We can do both. Andre.
Okay, I'll quickly start. When I started streaming, I was like, I'm just gonna be myself. I'll just hang out and stuff. And I feel like the more I stream, the more me in and outside of stream separate.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was very just me. But now there's like a real split. I definitely have more energy. I still try to have like honesty of who I am and as a person on stream, but I definitely have more energy. And I keep a clear separation between my like stream life and outside life.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Whiskey?
I would say that I'm pretty similar. However, like I don't put on an act. You know, like it's not like an act. It's like me just amplified by like 100.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I think if I put on that kind of energy off of stream, I would die because I can only I can only do like the oh my god, blah, 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 you know, for like 4 hours like tops, and then I'm tired
And then you just crash.
and I crash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's actually really funny when anybody hangs out with me outside of stream, or if I meet somebody for the first time who's like who's seen my content but they've never hung out with me outside of stream.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, you're like a lot more chill than I thought. And I was like, yeah, I have to like rejuvenate.
Yeah, I feel like if stream you was your authentic self, like full energy all the time, that would be very impressive.
Yeah, I can't be that crazy all the time.
Yeah,
I have a short anecdote. I remember when. Sorry.
I can be crazy forever.
Honestly, I can see you being crazy all the time.
That is true.
You're like a dog.
That is,
IRL.
I'm in a lot of I'm in a lot of calls with Banjo off stream. He's pretty much the same.
Yeah. It's just a little silly.
Oh yeah, and then someone in chat asked about the subathon. How was doing that if you had to play your character for more than 4 hours, but you did it for like a whole month?
Oh
right?
Man, well that was a lot more like just kind of hang out.
Yeah,
sesh.
yeah, I would imagine.
That was
I think
a
it would
lot
have been
more. Yeah.
I think it would have been funny if you were just like very obviously drained during the subathon. So like you would log on, you'd be like, "Hey guys."
No, I was.
Today, really?
Yeah,
Today we're gonna
especially
play
near the
game.
end.
Oh yeah. Did you have a cap for the subathon?
Yeah, I capped it at 1 month.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I would have uncapped it,
yeah, that could have gone on for a very long time.
I feel it could have gone for, it could have went on for a while, and then also like, I mean, I enjoyed it. I had a great time, but I don't think I'd want to be on camera for more than a month.
I get it.
Yeah, I know Corgi Cam did a pretty crazy one recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corgi
Okay.
I was
went
here
on-
for the ending. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I specifically wanted to cap mine because
you could still be live right now if it was uncapped.
possibly
You could still be going. That would be insane.
Yeah.
As a viewer, I loved it. I got a habit of just like tuning in. I knew that you were always live, and just having you in the corner as I was working, it was very nice as a viewer.
Aw. I'm actually a little bit sad because there's a lot of viewers who, when I was doing the subathon, they were like, "Oh my gosh, I finally get to watch you."
Yeah.
I never get to watch you because of your hours, because I'm from the UK or something. And there was like a ton of people that were hanging out during the day that I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is great, this is great, this is great. And then when the subathon was over, I never see him again. So I'm a little sad.
Aw.
So yeah, no. What you need to do is you need to really reach as broad of an audience as possible. So you need to hire whiskey like impersonators to stream for you.
Yeah.
Like, in your time zone.
Just like
like,
24/7.
Yeah,
Wait, maybe that's where Whiskey Ringo can come in. Hey guys, it's me, Whiskey Ringo. Not quite right, but I'm close.
Whiskey bingo.
Just have hired
Whiskey
actors.
Bingo.
That'd be awesome.
yeah,
Whiskey
it was fun.
Pachinko. Think about it.
I actually do. Whiskey pachinko already exists.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I built a pachinko board.
Oh, I saw
yeah.
it.
Wait, I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I didn't.
And then
see this.
I would drop Oreo cookies down it and stuff. It was fun.
Oh,
And you were in like a Sans costume, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
one
You
of-
saw that stream? Yeah,
I
it was
feel like I
a-
did. I don't know. I just remember
Yeah,
seeing
I
that and I was
was.
like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah, I was in a Sans costume. I was doing DDR. Oh, it was a mess.
Wow.
I have a question.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. You go first, Harry. I'm not prepared.
All right, here you go.
Oh, okay.
I'm not prepared.
Oh, yeah, but so did you have a question?
I did, but then I remembered I didn't have it yet. Okay, wait. I have it. I have it. I have it.
Okay.
How do you stay creative when kind of on the topic of what we were discussing earlier? Like, do you find it difficult to stay creative when you're burnt out, or is creativity more of like an outlet to like soothe like the pressure that comes from being burnt out?
Oh,
Like,
hold
do you
up,
do
real
anything-
quick. Hey, do you want to like bop this dude in your chat?
Oh.
Yeah, I see
Mods.
it.
Dude, go bop this guy. This guy's being a dumbass.
I can bet $200 they're all morbidly obese behind those animal
Guys,
cams.
Nah, don't
Bob,
read it. You
man.
don't need to read it.
Yeah, don't give it. Just bop his
It's
ass.
funny though.
Is he bopped yet?
Oh,
Where
I
are
sh-
mods?
I don't know.
He's
Okay, there they
bopped.
are.
He's bopped.
There we go.
Wow, that's our
Mods!
first. I think that's the first time we've had to ban someone.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Hey, there's a first for
actually-
everything. The first time you have to ban someone is always an experience. How do you
Oh
feel?
my
Ooh, yeah, how do you
God,
feel
I
now? How do you feel?
Oh my god. Okay, so like I feel like I don't know. Like I didn't know what it would feel like, but like I had thoughts, right? And it's kind of like I don't know. It's like wow. It's just wow. Like I couldn't even imagine it would feel this good. Like I'm ready to do it again. Who's next?
Fab says, I feel horrible.
It's okay. It's okay.
The guilt
it's
is
okay.
overwhelming. I feel horrible.
Yeah, Banjo's gonna start going
Aw.
on a banning spree now, and just
know-
for the power of it, the power trip is gonna be insane.
So
That actually like reminds me of like something that is like kind of interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
I'll
Are
get
you on
to
a
your
power trip?
question. No, I'm not on a power. It's like opposite actually. I love when trolls come to my stream. It's like a weird thing to say.
Oh,
right?
it's
'Cause-
no, it's always fun.
No, I don't. So here's the thing. So I've got a very clear like line that like if somebody crosses it, they'll be banned. You know, like hey, if you're coming in, you're being racist or some shit
Oh.
like that. You're out.
Yeah,
right? But
just like a furry.
I
hate-
love the trolls that come in that start shitting on me
Mhm.
because I can't tell you how many people that have come into my stream who are like, whoa, what is this disgusting dumbass furry doing on my screen? I bet you're an idiot. And then I'll just kind of like fuck around with them for a little bit. We'll like play with them. And then like the next day, they'll come into the stream. They're like, hey, you know what? You guys are actually like kind of cool. Like you're a funny dude. Can I like chill out here?
Cute.
And I was like, yeah, sure, dude, whatever. You'll do your thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of trolls that have come to my community are now just like reformed trolls where they're like, hey, I'm sorry, I was acting out for attention, but this is actually really cool. I like hanging out here now. And some of them even turned into furries.
Yeah.
Let's go. I mean, it's a classic pipeline.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
see,
the furry
that's
hater
a classic.
to
I mean,
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, fighting hate with love is like unironically the best strategy because all you
Yeah.
get really, if you just like hate back, is just that person's just gonna be even more like compounded
Yeah.
on their feelings on the matter.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, there's some people that are just like lost causes that I'm just like, okay, I'm not dealing with you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like,
Like
Neil
you
over
said,
here.
like Neil. I don't want to hear about Neil ever again.
Yeah, same.
Train of
same.
thought
You hear
gone.
that? I don't want to hear about Neil either. You hear that?
Yeah, no, like fighting hate with love, like it's worked out a lot for me, and
Yeah.
it's I don't know, I think it's really nice when somebody who's super hateful comes in and they apologize and they're like,
Yeah.
hey, I just want to chill.
Enemies to lovers.
Yeah. Yes.
The best pipeline.
Do you? So, I guess I'm gonna tweak my earlier question to be
Okay.
better. Do you do anything other than streaming or content creation for creativity? Like, do you draw or like sing or like do music? Like you mentioned, you made the pachinko board. That's kind of creative.
Yeah, I would say like nothing nearly as like okay, I just like play video games all the time, to be honest. But when I'm not streaming, like I'll do like gardening or like making props and stuff like that. Like the pachinko board was pretty fun. I like playing guitar, singing, like
You play guitar?
very, very, very sporadically. And I want to learn how to play piano.
Mm.
You know, I'm sure at one point you could upload a video of you playing guitar, and then I think that would really blow you up everywhere.
Oh,
You'd be
yeah?
on, like,
Yeah.
probably Billboard Top 600 if I had to guess.
Oh
Probably.
shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna focus on the guitar
Yeah.
playing.
Pivot.
So
But like,
yeah.
I'm pretty boring outside of streaming, to be honest. I play video games and That's about it.
You ever go outside and smell the flowers and frolic in the fields?
Imagine
I mean-
touching grass.
Yeah.
I will say, I do love traveling. I love traveling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, I have to say, traveling is like I feel like I could get in a car and just drive for hours and hours anywhere and have fun.
Yeah.
I went on a road trip from like all the way in the East Coast or all the way in the West Coast of the United States, and it was like the best experience of my life. If anyone's
Oh,
able to do
shit.
that, I would definitely do that. It's like actually like I'm not much of like a spiritual person, but like it is like spiritually like life changing. Like actually so crazy.
Just kind of
Mm.
like going with the flow, just stopping wherever,
Just
you know,
yeah,
meeting people.
It's great. It's so amazing. You should do that, Whiskey. You should vlog that and do that one day.
Well, I mean, that's why like I'm kind of like, when I'm like getting older, and I don't know
Yeah.
if like I'll still be streaming or like I want to do travel vlogs. Like that's like a passion
Okay.
of mine.
Let me paint a picture here. You know, your older whiskey. You know, you got
Yeah.
some grays going there. You got a little wrinkles. You know, you're a little worse for wear, but you're still doing great, right?
Well, oh, hey,
Mentally, you're still
worse
sharp.
for wear, all right.
Follow along here. You're gonna be. No, you're not. Oh, Jesus. In like 20 years, 40 years, right? Let's say that. All right. So you know you're in your little RV. You know you're vlogging. You know it's a mountain. You know that the sun's going down. You pull over. You set a campfire up. You get your guitar out, and you just film you singing like a little tune, talking about all the things you've seen and all your history. And you upload that to YouTube, and people are like, wow, this guy is so like traveled and like he's so wise. I want to listen. To
Just
him
the
play
traveling
his little
guru.
tunes by the- I want to listen to
Okay.
his advice and everything he has to say. I think that could be a great path for you.
All right, noted. I'm keeping it up here.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Yeah, that's a good question, Whiskey. How do you handle touching grass when you stream so much? Because I'm stuck.
It's hard.
Yeah, with the schedule, it's hard to go out.
It's hard. It's
you
hard.
here. Paint us a picture in the day of a life as WhiskeyDingo.
Not. That's just sad. I don't want to.
Honestly, I get it.
You can lie. You can lie. Be like, oh yeah, I was out at the casino. I went
Well,
to the strip
first I
clubs
wake up
earlier.
and I hang out with Mr. Beast and
Yeah.
some pretty major celebrities from the
I
West
feel-
Coast. And...
I feel like it's the same for a lot of content creators. Actually, If you
Yeah.
ask
Mm.
anybody else the same question, they'll be like, a lot of the like touching grass stuff that you see like happens on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off stream, it's like, at least for me, okay. So typically, I'm done streaming. I'll work on like some editing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll like work on like projects that are coming up. So there's like a big block of time that's just like, okay, work when I'm not, live. Then I'll like, just rest, play video games, sleep and just redo it. It's just like
Yeah.
work,
Mm.
sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep. Essentially, like,
That's honestly my schedule as well. I
Yeah.
think the thing with content creation is that it's kind of hard to like clock out of it because it's like a constant
Yeah.
flow of staying with the trends, pleasing the algorithm. It's kind of hard to treat it as like a normal 9 to 5.
Honestly, going back to a previous question, okay, I would say that is probably my biggest insecurity.
Yeah.
I don't clock out because
Yeah.
I always feel like
Same
if
here.
I'm not doing something, if
Mm.
I'm away for too long, then I'm forgotten.
Mm.
That's my
I get-
insecurity,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I see it.
I think all content creators can probably like
Mm.
feel with you there.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I am as well.
It's actually it's like, it's bad to a point where if I'm on vacation, I'm mostly thinking about working instead of vacationing.
Yeah.
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 Content creation is a drug. And
really is.
it's
It
Really
takes
is.
a special type of person to be a content creator, and it's very much the type of person
Yeah,
that
it's-
has a very, lopsided work-life balance. Leaning
Mhm.
towards
yeah,
the work.
it's really not for the
Mm.
weak-willed. That is like
No, it's
I
a-
like
it's
like
a
I will say streaming is probably not harder than a 9 to 5 like a regular real job,
Absolutely. Not.
but it is still just a very taxing kind of career when you're always working and
Yeah.
when you're sitting down for like 10 minutes and you're thinking, man, I could
So-
be doing a YouTube video right now or something. Yeah.
I'll say like because I've worked a very grueling like 9 to 5.
Mhm.
I used to
Mm.
work in a hospital,
Oh.
and jobs like that are 100% always going to be more difficult than playing video games online.
Mhm.
Well,
only
I think-
little.
But I will say that people who say that like doing content creation is like, oh my god, the easiest thing ever possible, That is not true because
Yeah.
there's a lot of like mental taxation that kind of goes into that. So it's not like, oh my god, you know, hey, this is the most like no, you gotta do some work. You gotta like kind of buckle down.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have the perception that a lot of content creators wake up and they're just like, oh my god, there's 6 million in my bank account today, and I'm just gonna record a little clip. Hey guys, hey TikTok, okay, bye. Oh my god, my day's finished. I can't wait to go out.
I wish. yeah. I think a lot of people don't really think about, it's not just clicking the go live button and doing that. It's marketing yourself. It's making a brand for yourself, and I think
it's
yeah.
You think I was gonna say it's a blend of a lot of different disciplines and a lot of different disciplines that require a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And it's, if you want to be a successful content creator, I think you also need to like stay up with trends, kind of like be plugged into like pop culture even a little bit. You know, kind of like be good with like talking. Like there's a lot of stuff that compounds.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the idea of never leaving work, I think it's very common with most self-employed. It's not just content creator, but most self-employed people. It's like your job never leaves you.
Yeah.
You don't like, oh, okay, that's the end of my shift. I can go home and watch a show and make food and have fun with people around me.
Yeah, which like,
because I feel like, oh, good.
I was gonna say like a lot of like it's important that if you get to that stage where you're financially stable enough, it'd be really nice to get like an actual office space outside of your house, because like at least for me, like my whole stream setup is like in my room right next to my bed, and it kind of just feels weird, and I'm always like chained to my like desk doing work. But if I was able to separate like where I work to where I sleep and relax, it'd be very nice.
I feel like the reason why a lot of self-employed people get so like work oriented is because there's no schedule, that it never ends. So you always be thinking like, oh, I could be doing more right now. Or you know what I mean? Like, whereas if you're working like a 9 to 5, it's like, okay, well, my job's done, my shift's over, I'm gonna go home, you know. Whereas for me, it's like, ooh, I could be like, you know, editing right now, or I could be like working on my next thing, you know, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of projects I work on that are online based, and I've run into the problem the past few years where if I'm like just playing a video game, I'll just get like this this feeling in my like stomach that's just like, I'm wasting my time right now. I should not be doing this, even if it's like after I've done a lot of stuff already that day. It's just like it's just like never enough. It's never enough. It's like a black hole that just consumes you.
This episode of the BARQcast is brought to you in part by Yip Yap, the highest quality furry apparel, and you seriously won't get anything like it. The season collection is out now, so pick up a cozy winter hoodie or possibly spring forward and get yourself a nice, beautiful t-shirt. All you gamers out there, don't worry. There's some super high quality desk mats for all 4 seasons, and there's more on the website. Go check it out at yipyap.co.
Completely consumes you until there's nothing left.
Oh my god.
But work.
Dude.
Sorry, that was a little intense. I apologize. I'm just
Banjo.
looking at my old friend here, which we're not going to say his name anymore.
Don't.
Upset, so I'm just, you know, coming through a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Just keep...
I don't want to hear it.
Okay. All right, Banjo.
I don't want to hear that name ever again.
Don't say his name.
Okay.
It's like Voldemort.
Yeah, now it is.
It starts with an N. And it ends with an eel.
Okay, let's see.
It starts with an N and it ends with an
Dude,
eel.
you're making me lose my train of thought again by just talking about him.
This is actually funny just seeing you like flounder. You're like, oh, I'm thinking about Neil Patrick Harris right now, and it's just I can't do this interview.
I'm sorry. I need to go.
Crash it out.
Neil. No, get out of my head. I'm so sorry, audio listeners. So, God,
you got this,
dude. I lost my fucking train of thought again.
Sorry.
You got it, I believe.
Thank
Not
you.
Really.
Okay, yeah. Next thing I wanted to ask on the list of questions here is, have you ever felt like you had to compromise your values to stay relevant or grow your audience?
No, not really. I've just done the same thing
Just-
for like the past 7 years. Yeah.
All right.
So my follow-up question would be: are you willing to compromise your value?
Yes.
Because I have quite the
Yes.
offer for
Yes.
you.
Yes.
$7.5 million.
Let's go, baby.
Okay. We'll
I
talk
don't even
after
know what
stream.
it is. I don't even know what the offer is. I'm doing it.
Let's just say BARQ has a large financial runway, and we're very interested in making you betray your morals.
Seriously though, like I honestly really feel like I don't, because all I do is just like talk about funny things and play video games. So there's really nothing to compromise, at least on my end. I know, like, man, I'm just gonna say I would hate to be in the shoes of some people who run like politics streams or like, you know,
Oh my
like,
god, yeah.
goodness, I could never do that. Just the amount
ever
of
have-
people get in who would probably do oh god, just I can't.
Yeah.
Do you have moments where you like touch on more serious topics, or you try to avoid like controversial things in general? Just to
No,
kinda keep things, like-
I'll touch on stuff if it means a lot to me, and like if I feel like something like is going on. Like I've had serious talks with my chat before, because I feel like you can't be a person who just is like, everything's okay, guys. Hey, listen, there is zero bad things going on in the world. Like that's
Guys, I just
I
want
guess
you
they
to know,
wanna
no matter
disconnect.
what's going on, we're all fluffy
Yeah.
puppies, and we're all gonna be okay.
there's
Gonna
a
be okay. Could you imagine like a furry politics stream?
oh god, I don't even want to imagine. But
Anyway.
the thing is, like I know a lot of people want a disconnect from like,
Yeah.
the world. Like that's why a lot of people go to streams to be like, I just want to not think about the world right now. But as the person doing the content, I personally feel like it's. And I'm not like I'm trying to call anybody out or like be a dick, but I feel like if you've got a large platform, it's irresponsible to pretend that everything is okay when there's shit going on.
Yeah.
Now I don't obviously talk about, you know, serious stuff all the time, but there have been times.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a level of responsibility that comes with it, but at that same, like at the same time, it's also like, you know, you should be, you know, free to choose sort of when you lean in, because a lot of the
Yeah.
times you can lean in too much, and this is like a big like it's one of the first lessons you learn when you're like going into Hollywood and stuff, and it's just that like leaning into certain like, especially with politics in general, like leaning into certain
Yeah.
things can actually have an inverse effect, because like, you know, they say every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and I feel like that's very true. And it can actually damage like what you're advocating for, in a sense.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's more of like a broader like thing, but like it can also apply to like furries eventually. I think as it gets bigger.
Well, there's also people out there who are gonna try and bait you to, you know,
Yeah, no, that as well.
to like really dive into something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty cognizant of like bad actors. I'll just say I'm very like I've learned to read people pretty well over
Yeah.
the last few years.
Comes
Yeah.
with the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you don't think I'm a bad actor. I feel like I'm pretty good at acting. You know, I kind of got lessons in it.
You know, everything was great. Like I was loving like talking to you, Banjo, until Neil Patrick Harris came out. So
Does he outshine me a bit and just makes me look kind of dull and kind
Just-
of
just
lifeless
a
next
little
to him,
bit.
right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
kind of a
yeah,
famous
that's
Hollywood
okay.
actor, and you next to
okay.
him, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's whatever at this point. Like I do care. Like I'm gonna like obviously I'm gonna go home and like cry a lot about this, but like it's fine for now.
Oh,
We
okay.
can, we can
okay,
just move past
I'm
this.
sorry, but let's move on.
Yeah, no, that's completely fine. Not even an issue, really.
It's
Barely
okay,
an
sweet.
inconvenience.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, guys, this is a bit. I don't want another thing on Twitter where Whiskey hates his friends. You know, okay,
Whiskey
like
Here comes the twit
Right,
longer.
yeah.
Here it comes.
Whiskey hates everybody.
Guys. It's a bit. Wait, can we get hashtag bit check? Hashtag bit check. It's a bit.
Hashtag bit check.
Whiskey said what to Banjo?
Yeah.
what did he say? The amount,
What
like,
did he
oh
say?
god, like that was the most annoying thing. Like I, when I have friends on stream, we fucking banter a lot. And I remember on like Twitter, there was like a big old thing. It was like, wow, Whiskey's a huge asshole to the people he has on stream.
Dude,
I
I'm
was
telling
like-
you, you need to invest in bit checks. You need to start doing bit checks, Whiskey.
Yeah.
Like after,
check,
like
bit
every
check.
5 minutes, just hashtag bit check, guys. Chat hashtag bit check. It's a bit.
It's a
Whiskey, you-
bit, we're friends.
You stopped inviting this streamer. Do you hate them?
I've had that. I've had that. Yeah.
Damn.
This person isn't on your streaming section anymore. Do you hate each other now?
Do people ever
Oh,
start to
God.
get like ever try to get like really personal and like read into things like that like pretty often?
Luckily, not too much.
Mm.
Luckily I haven't had too many like issues with like, parasocial kind of behavior. There've been a few, but I pretty much nipped that in the bud very quickly, so it doesn't really stick around. And I mean, anybody who's getting like personal like that, I mean, my chat just drowns them out anyway. So.
Mm. And I think it's
someone's like, sorry, go ahead, Andre.
no, I was gonna say I think it has something to do with talking to an older audience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because
I
I feel
think
like
so.
I feel like the most parasocial people are mostly kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
I would say
experience.
so. I think my audience is mostly like 25 to 35 is typically.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, a question for both of you guys: have you guys ever had to deal with any like parasocial relationships, like whether it's like at a con or on stream in DMs?
A couple, yeah.
What about, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say, because like when like starting out, I feel like it's definitely when a lot of streamers and chat members form like parasocial relationships with each other, and there's not too many people to drown out the awkwardness and stuff. But
I would say there was one real bad one where I was getting stalked. That's probably the worst
I'm
one.
sorry.
Yikes.
That was probably the worst one, and I had to move.
What?
Oh my God.
Wait.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
I had to move.
Okay, by stalking, do you mean like they were actually coming to your house and
They knew where I lived,
oh God,
That's crazy.
and just that information made me want to move, and I did.
Mm.
that's fair. Whoa.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. I feel like with like that type of stuff, it's a lot of the times it's sort of you give what you get. So like if you have like something where you're very personal and you're like recording like your day-to-day life all the time and putting it out there, people over time are gonna develop. Like you're gonna get more of that happening. But like
Yeah, but I would also say that like that's just not cool.
no. I'm not trying to I'm not trying
Yeah.
to justify it. I'm just saying like
right.
Hey
I
guys,
think the
stalking
reason
isn't
maybe you've
cool.
only had like one of those is because a lot of your content is focused more on like
Oh,
your
right,
personality and
right.
gaming and stuff, and not necessarily like
Yeah.
recording like you go like, hey guys, I'm in Target today. Look what I got.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely not trying to say that's okay because that's definitely
It's
not okay.
not.
I've had a few I've had
Yeah.
experiences like that, and just like with other stuff that I've had experience like that, and it's not fun.
No,
Not at all.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you had to go through
Yeah.
that because there are some scary people
That
out there,
is-
and that's why I
Yeah,
gotta say.
dude.
Also, by the way, another big old rule of thumb for content creation: hey, don't tell anybody anything about yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, like IRL streamers are really tough because obviously you know where that person is.
Like exact
Like,
coordinates.
I've seen that GeoGuessr guy. He literally gets a pixel and he knows exactly where you are. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people can figure out just based on your camera, but if you're not doing something where you're like putting yourself out there like on purpose, as like part of your content, like man, just don't tell people about like
Mm.
details
Yeah.
and stuff like that because
Yeah,
you
no, I'm,
never
like-
know who's watching.
True.
For me personally, I'm somebody who's very private and like close. Like, I have like sections like between like everything that I do, and it's just like if one like cohort found out about, I don't know. I completely agree. Be careful what you're putting out
Yeah,
there.
just be careful, guys. Be careful. It's that thing where it's like you could be doing everything right, and this one dude is just like, okay, like, ugh.
Yeah. The internet's a scary place.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
really
Hey.
scary nowadays.
By the way, Harry, 308 Negra Aurora Lane,
What?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Dude, no, you what the hell? Don't,
Is that where you live? Okay, I'm
no.
coming.
No.
I'm coming.
It's not that's not where I live at all.
Walter.
Push your dick away, Walter.
Walter, I'm not going to
I'm
kill Neil
having
Patrick Harris for you, Walter.
No.
I'm not having sex with you right now, Walter.
We're not having sex, Walter. Oh, that's funny.
Andre, what about you? Have you dealt with any parasocial relationships?
I heard an advice. I don't know who said it. Is to keep people at arm's length.
Okay, Donut
I
said
think
that.
Donuts.
Okay, Donuts
Yeah,
always
we
says
talked
that, yeah.
about this in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
previous
yeah.
stream.
We did.
I guess when someone is being a bit too close, I'll answer them like, Like they're a person who deserves to be happy, but I don't necessarily want to be any closer. So yeah,
Yeah,
Donuts
there's
is here
no
in the chat. Hello, Donuts.
Donuts!
So I'll be warm to
Donuts is
them, but
here.
I won't give them anything more if I'm not looking to build anything more. It's definitely a
Agreed.
dynamic. At first, it feels mean. I remember I had a streamer
Yeah.
friend. Someone was being very close, and then my streamer friend was like, I'm happy that you like my content, but we are not like I'm nothing to you." And
Oh.
at first, when my they showed me the screenshots, and I was like, "That's so mean to say." But now years later, I'm like, "Oh, I get it.
Oh yeah.
I get it. Like you have
it's an
to shut it
important
down
thing,
early so
yeah.
that they don't imagine anything." And
Well,
it's not
like-
mean to say it. It's just keeping putting
Yeah,
boundaries.
I don't know, and that's
What's
like it's
more
not.
mean? Like
It's
saying that to somebody or like leading them on
Yeah.
to something that will never happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like I don't know. I think a lot of people have the perception of like it could come across as like seeing yourself as like not like above other people and like not wanting to talk to other people. Like the reality is just like that's not the reality. It's just like I don't know. There's a certain like you have to understand like the implication of like that type of relationship, and especially with certain people, it's just very uncomfortable and it's stressful for you to go
Yeah.
through that. It's like it's not
Mm.
at all an ego thing. A lot. Well, I mean, for some people, I'm sure it
Definitely
is,
not.
but like it's definitely not an ego thing. Like it's very much like a very like common sense like peace of mind, protecting your peace type of thing.
And I will also say, like, kind of a follow up to that because I see people talk about this a lot when it comes to like that kind of dynamic. People say, "Oh wow, streamers are so egotistical. They only hang out with like other popular streamers. They only hang out with other like people kind of like in their sphere." And I think about it this way, like they're kind of like coworkers, right? Like I
Mm.
share a similar lifestyle to another streamer, right? So we
Yeah.
have things in common to not only talk about, but like, be able to like, be base a friendship on.
Yeah.
Whereas like you've got like hundreds of viewers in a chat. How are you going to, not have a parasocial relationship in that regard? You know what I mean? So I feel like it's very natural for like streamers to come together and become friends because we're all living kind of like the same life. You know what I
You
mean?
all get it. You all
Yeah.
understand each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you understand one another.
I think it's interesting that a lot of people like I say a lot of people like I see people who like do exactly what you said where they see like oh they just hang out with other streamers they're all kind of just like feeding each other's egos like they see it and they make an assumption but they don't see it and think about like why and it's like not even
Exactly.
that much of like you don't have to think that much. It's like oh they all have things in common.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
I'm very exhausted by a lot of, and this isn't just like furries, but just in general. There's a lot of like knee-jerk, like just no thinking reactions in general, just across the board in a lot of things, and it's just like
Oh, for sure. For sure.
very frustrating.
But I would also say even in furry, there's a lot of
Oh,
knee-jerk
definitely,
reactions, like-
especially in
Oh.
yeah, like
I trust me. I know a lot about. I'm plugged in, so to speak, and I've seen a lot of things. So
I'm
I
happy to be a
definitely
little
know.
bit less plugged in nowadays. Like I still do like
Yeah.
social media, of course, but like I'm less like laser focused
Yeah.
on what is the current drama. You know what I mean?
Mm.
just sell your own shit.
What is up? We should do like drama alert for furries.
No,
No, I-
please.
Goodness,
Hey, what's up, guys? Scarce here.
Please.
That would be
No.
messy.
No, that would be so messy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Harry, should I bring up the award show thing?
The award show thing.
Yeah, should I bring that
Oh.
up, or is that something we shouldn't talk about yet?
Save it. Save it.
Okay.
Oh shit! Now I'm interested.
We'll save that for another time.
We can talk about it
but
after
I wanted
stream.
to talk about that. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Oh shit! Now I want to know.
I mean, if Banjo wants to talk about it, he can. It's his
No.
show.
We'll save it. You're right.
Okay.
We'll save it.
All right.
We'll let that be a tease. Let that
Yeah,
be
a
a
little
Man,
bit of
what a
sus-
tease!
A little bit of suspense.
What a tease!
Also, chat, I forgot to pin this at the beginning of stream, but if you guys have any questions that you want,
Oh, we actually.
yeah?
Sorry, I literally just started talking. You
Yeah,
go ahead.
dude.
Sorry. My bad.
If anyone in chat here has any questions, please feel free to ask them. This is why we stream, so we can have some chat interactions and make sure you guys can ask any questions if you have any questions you want answered. We had a lot on Twitter as well. A lot of them were very streaming focused. Obviously, the basics like, how do you be a good streamer? Like, how do you worry about viewer counts and stuff like that? Which we can get into.
I feel like I've talked about that so much.
I know. I'm like, do you want to talk about it again? It's
like, give me like, all right. I'll say if you guys have questions in the chat, the more interesting questions like that go beyond just like, what microphone should I use? I'll probably want to answer those.
What should I have for dinner?
what's in the streamer diet?
I'll just say okay, you know what? You guys want like my biggest piece of advice? I'll let you in on my secret. This is my secret.
All right.
I was given this piece of advice by somebody very close to me, and it's helped me a lot. And essentially it's I'm sorry, I hear my voice in somebody's mic. It's like
that's Banjo's.
I was just like, oh, I hear my dumb voice. Anyways, my biggest thing of advice is you miss out like on so many opportunities if you put like negative like thoughts. Like for example, let's say you're tweeting something, okay?
Banjo noise, Banjo.
Let's
so
say
loud.
let's say you're tweeting something and you put out like just like a call out post on somebody, right? You put something negative out into the space, right? You got your tweet up there, you got your call out post, it's getting tons of likes and retweets. Oh my God, here's this call out on blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's say that, I don't know, a celebrity is like gonna do like a furry like movie. He's like going through, he's looking at the movie, like all these like, oh, who are some furries that I can like take a look at? And they come across your profile. You're like, oh, this person seems cool. I'm gonna like invite him to this movie. And they see your tweet. They see your tweet and they're like, ugh. And they just, boom, they're gone. You would never know that you missed out on that opportunity. That opportunity passed you by and you won't even know it. So my biggest piece of advice is just don't like put that kind of like negative energy out into the space. Don't like put that negative energy about your peers out into space like that. Because imagine like somebody that you wanted to collab with your entire life was going to, but now they see that and they're like, and you've just missed out on that opportunity. You didn't even know.
Yeah.
I have always stuck to my guns about putting the viewer first and like putting good, fun energy into the world. Because I just, the amount of opportunity, like I honestly, I'll just say it, like I have passed over people because I've seen what they put out there. I'll take a look and I'll see like, oh yeah, nope, and they don't even know. They'd have no idea.
Yeah.
That's my biggest piece of advice.
Yeah, I mean, something we all learned in preschool. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
See, what I learned in preschool is not to be a bucket dipper. Always be a bucket filler. So I completely agree with that, Whiskey. I think that, like, I don't know, sometimes I see, like, even my friends posting just, like, negative things on social media. It's like, yeah, no, like, I get it. But, like,
right.
I don't know. It just feels like it just would be so much better to just, like, focus on putting positivity out there.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know. I feel like it also like if you put enough of that negative energy out there, it attracts a crowd that you don't want being attracted to. And then you start asking yourself, well, why am I not succeeding? Why am I not like getting what I want out of what I'm doing?
Yeah. So like, here's something I would say as well. I think that it's very true that like you are who you hang out with, and if you hang out with people who are negative, and people who are like drains, and people who aren't really doing anything other than just complaining, over time you're gonna not just be perceived at that. Yes, you are gonna be perceived as that, but you're also gonna start to fall into the habits they are. So
agreed.
it's important to surround yourself. Yeah, it's important to surround yourself with people who you want to be like and people who you admire, as well.
And of course, this goes without saying. It goes back to what we talked about before. It's like, okay, it's not always like toxic positivity. Like everything's always good, always good. I just mean like put what you really want to put out into the world. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I've had a post or something where I'm just like shitting on somebody. You know what I mean? Or like I don't think I've ever done that in a public space. And I mean, I think it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like in the end, you want. I think you still want to be honest, but you also want to show the best part of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, that perspective is important, but then also just from like the perspective of like PR, or, like PR strategy, the more like negativity naturally divides your audience, and it just sort of over
Yeah.
time that can have a compounding effect on like diluting your potential viewer base. So, and that's not to say that you shouldn't say things that are important to you or like speak on things that you want to speak to, but it's definitely something to keep in mind when it's over like superficial things that aren't really important.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't mean to get all heavy, but that is like my big advice. That's what his
That's some pretty damn good advice.
always kept me going.
No, I like it when the podcast gets heavy because I have my motto, heavy and light. Meaning we can be heavy, we can be light, we can be just right. That's what I always
Hell
say.
yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Off the dome, by the way. Off the dome. No biggie for me. It's nothing for a guy like me.
Okay, but now we wanted to see if anybody in the chat had questions. Like, hey,
Oh yes.
Yeah,
I'm down. Like I said, if it's not something like, hey, what mic do I use? I'm more than happy to answer.
Well, let's see. First question I saw is Aiden Fox said, "How can I be a good streamer, Whiskey?"
You're already a good streamer.
Can I read one?
Yeah, go for it.
You mind? Okay.
Yeah.
So this question is from Twitter actually.
Oh.
Okay.
And this is actually, I'm asking this because it's something that came up earlier. Are you related to any Australian folks?
Oh yeah, half my family's Australian.
that's cool.
Yes.
Oh.
Are they like? Do they have like accents?
Yes, they do. They live in Australia. Like half my family lives there. And then like half my family United States, and I'm also Mexican, so I'm like half Mexican, half Australian, and
Wow.
it's all over the place. All over the place.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever met anybody with that type of background before.
Oh yeah. It's a rarer one.
You are a rarity, WhiskeyDingo. You are a rarity.
Wow.
I appreciate that.
You're precious.
You're slowly making it back from Neil Patrick.
Slowly coming back.
You're picking it up. I'm trying to build my way back up. You know, Whiskey, you feel like when I'm mining in Minecraft and I find the one diamond and I mine it and then there's no other diamonds around it.
Okay, all right, dial it back a little bit, bud.
You're going back down.
All right, not back down with Neil. All right.
Fuck.
Any other questions?
Yeah. I was looking. Someone in chat said, "Whiskey, you have such wonderful energy on your streams. Do you do any warm ups before you stream?"
I do vocal exercises.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah, I do. Like literally. So I'm even got like, I mean, not a sponsor or anything, but I've got like this Vocal Zone throat pastille that I take before stream every time.
What does it do?
To help my throat? Well, these are the things that singers actually take to help their vocal cords before they do a performance. Same thing with like vocal tea. I'll make a tea to drink before stream and during stream because I am nonstop talking for 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
And at least 30 minutes of that is screaming. So I actually do warm-ups so I don't like strain my vocal cords during stream because I've done that before and I'll be like out of commission for like a couple days. Yeah, it's not
I
good.
remember you being out of commission during the subathon.
Yeah, at the beginning of the subathon, I severely underestimated like the length of time I'd be on a camera. So I just put on my 100%, whiskey voice for the first week. And then the second week I could not talk. It was just very quiet. Very whispery, yeah. So I'll do like the singer warm-ups. That's what I do for
I didn't know that. That's very interesting.
What type of vocal warm-up do you do?
Oh, it's like it sounds cliche, but like the do re mi fa sol la ti, you do that.
Yeah.
I'll do the la 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 la. Anything that just kind of really like flexes the spectrum of the vocal cord. Just those basic things.
That's good. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Yeah.
The yuppie mode.
It's yeah.
Have you ever like not done it and found that it made a noticeable difference, or is it just kind of
No, it does. It actually
Really?
does. It does. if I wake up late and I just hit the go live button and it's just like boom, I like I'm on stream immediately without a vocal warm up. It sounds like morning voice. Well, because here's the thing, I typically wake up right before stream. I'm like on a third schedule, third shift schedule. So I'll wake up at like 6 p.m. Get ready and then do my stream. Well, but the thing is, like, because I've tried different times of waking up, and it's really hard for me to wake up early and then go through my day and then have that energy for the stream.
Yeah, that's what I do, and it's tough.
It's hard. It's very hard. Whereas if I treat it just like, hey, this is my 9 to 5, wake up right before I go to work, then I my energy's boom right out the gate. I can give my all for the stream, and then I'm up all night because I just finished working, very active. Then I'll like sleep like during
Question.
the day.
Do you see the sun?
I do see the sun.
Oh.
I do see the
Oh, when do you see it then?
Like, I'll walk my dogs before I go to bed,
Dogs.
Yeah, I got two corgis.
Aww.
Them little legs.
I love them. I actually just my second corgi is gonna be 1 year old in like a week.
Already.
Yeah.
Mac.
Wow, you must be so
Already,
proud.
Yeah, but he's still just such a little shit. But anyways, but I'll walk my dogs, I'll exercise and stuff like that before I go to bed. So I mean, I do see the sun, and like I said, I like gardening and stuff too. So there's time.
Like, you do gardening?
Yeah. Just because I go to bed during the day doesn't mean I don't. Like, I'll do my errands during the day, then go to bed.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Huh.
Yeah. Because I'm on the same schedule. I wake up at 6 p.m. and I stream at 8 p.m.
Yep, that's how it is. And it's been working.
Wow.
Yeah, the only problem is that I barely see the sun, because if I see the sun, it's hard for me to sleep. So then I have a choice. This is like, okay, do I open the window and then feel the warmth of the sun on my skin? Because I haven't seen the sun in 3 days. Or do I want to go to sleep?
I just imagine Andre like huddled in the corner of a dark room with like a blanket over him, like, no, don't look at the sun.
No.
Don't open the window again.
Opens it, just
Remember
turns
what
to
happened
dust.
last time.
Every day is a struggle.
It's so funny.
That's Andre, your natural like fur color is actually a bit warmer than that. It just looks very like purple because of your lack of vitamin D.
Yeah, I mean, I ate cod liver for the lack of sun.
You know what I just realized? Like color wise, if Andre was like kind of moon themed, Whiskey would be the sun.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
that'd be a cool dynamic. I actually like
Right.
it.
Whiskey is my son.
There you go. A free idea for you.
You take
Andre.
the moon.
You feel like the warm sun on a cold autumn night coming into my life to warm me up.
Oh,
Okay, dial it back now. All right, dial it back.
he's really trying to save himself here.
Dig yourself out of that hole.
Yeah. Someone asked in chat, and I also had the same question: is for both you, Andre and Whiskey. Have you guys ever had one stream that's been your like all-time favorite that's like stuck out and you think back to it?
That's hard. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've done so many.
Yeah.
The
guess
subathon was real special for me. I love the subathon just because that was like an event. I'll like consider that just like one stream, like one big event.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that counts.
I was gonna say for me the fluff event. It's like a charity weekend event where we have like lots of streams and lots of collabs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'm streaming in the weekends. I do like when I'm streaming off of my schedule. I typically can't allow myself to stream off of my schedule because of all the work I have, but I do love when I have like these special streams.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna miss this year because I'm traveling to Japan.
Oh, right.
Japan, dude, lucky.
I
want to go to Japan.
Escaping
Yo,
work.
Meeting
we
in
should
Japan.
meet there.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
What's the countries you really want to visit, Whiskey?
Japan.
Yo, top one.
That's top number one. Probably Iceland. Man, that's like the top two.
What's in Iceland if not ice?
Land.
And land.
Believe it or not, land.
No, there's like or no, it's not Iceland. I think it might be Greenland. Where there is like a like not an event, but it's like a huge, like you drive around the whole country to see the northern lights. And like there's like pit stops, you can see like the fjords and stuff. It's just a really cool experience. I really want to go there.
Greenland is huge. It might be Iceland then if you're
It might
driving
be
around.
Iceland. I think it is Iceland. I think it is.
Yeah, I
Iceland.
think it is Iceland because Greenland is like
So,
10 times
Let
the
me
size.
step in with Greenland real quick. Greenland isn't actually that big. It's just the way the map is laid out, the way the sphere is wrapped around the flat map that makes it look that big.
Oh.
That's your Banjo fun fact of the day.
Wow.
Thank you, Banjo.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Banjo.
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys.
Another question I saw is, what's your strategy for improving your on-camera presence over time?
Strategy for improving my own.
Like
I think it just comes from experience, to be honest with you. Like
Yeah.
I don't really practice that. It's just the more I'm on camera, the more it's just natural to me.
it's just gotten easy over time.
It's to the point where like I would say that if you're just starting out, just kind of take public speaking like tips and apply that to your stream.
Yeah.
Because those are there's a lot of overlap. I used to do a lot of public speaking, like debate stuff in high school. So just kind of take those tips, bring it into your stream, and then just keep at it. Just it comes with experience. Because right now, like honestly, like I never get scared on stream. I don't care who's in my stream. I don't care if like a big streamer like raids me. Like I'm not like oh my god, I'm nervous. No, like nothing scares me, nothing bothers me. I'm just ready to go at all times.
Yeah,
It's just-
that's true. Like fighting that anxiousness of speaking in front of people.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah.
having a time where you were scared and then suddenly you weren't? How did you learn to like speak in front of an
think-
audience?
I think I got over that like before I was even a streamer because I was on radio. So
Yeah, that's
I would believe you
true.
would have to.
yeah, I don't even think like it wasn't tough for me at all. But I just had like experience from like college and stuff. So
Yeah. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking public speaking classes. A job I had for a whole year was I was a like trivia host at like different bars and stuff. And that really helps me, especially when it's not online and you're talking to just chat members here where you can't see anyone, but like being in front of an actual live audience is just like something completely different.
It's a whole different ball game, and that carries over really well into streaming because like chat, you're not seeing like somebody's face and like their reactions to you. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just for me, it's not tough.
Yeah.
For a guy like Whiskey, it comes easy. Let's just say that.
It comes easy just over time.
Yeah. I guess with experience, you slowly get confident.
Yeah, it's just that thing where you just got to keep at it, and eventually you get better.
It's like it's like the I don't know. For me, when we first started doing the stream, especially at the beginning, it just felt like I was like taking like a deep breath before like the curtains like open or whatever, and there's just and like as soon as like the thing is actually going, it's just like completely gone. Like
I will
think
say
it's, like,
one thing.
The anticipation is kind of worse for me.
Yeah.
I'll say one thing, compounded on what you just said, Banjo. I think the one time where I was mildly nervous was when I did my first game show stream because I'd never done that before. I'd never done it, and I was running all the controls and shit, and like I also had to host, I had to ask questions, I had to make sure that the chat was everything was all working. So I was a little bit nervous on that one. That was like
That must have been
'Cause
a
I didn't-
ton of setting
yeah.
up. Oh my god.
'cause I didn't know if I could be I'm a good talker when it's like one-on-one with me in my chat, but I didn't know if I could be like a good host. But I was, so now that's,
How was the chat reaction on that?
it was great. Everybody loved it, and it became a staple thing for the stream.
Do you remember what year that was, the first game show?
That was like 2023, I think.
Okay, so not that far
was-
after I met you.
That was the
Then-
one that Jonas Scott was on. I remember specifically.
Oh, wait. I feel like I may have saw that.
Yeah, because that clip went viral because he said Legoshi had You know what? Let's just not talk about that.
Right. You know what? Yeah. Okay. I remember now. All right.
We love to see it.
I love rabbits. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
what.
love
Yeah.
rabbits.
That's what he said. Let me scroll through chat to see if there are any other questions here.
A bit of a personal one. Queen Disastrous asked, how did you meet Andre?
Oh.
How did you
Andre,
find out about me?
Do
Yeah.
you remember, Andre? Do you remember? Because I actually don't, and I hope that doesn't.
I
sound
have a
mean.
theory. I think it was through
theory?
Frederick.
That's right.
So-
I think it was through Fred.
Yeah, Frederick
But
found out about
also-
Leroy.
But also, I forgot how I met Fred.
How
Oh,
did
God.
you meet Fred?
I don't remember. And I
That's
hope
funny.
that's not like. I hope that's not doesn't sound mean, but
Dude,
like.
poor Fred, man.
Do you remember who Frederick is?
Yeah, of course I know who Fred is. What are you talking about?
It was a
we
bit.
still talk.
It was
Oh,
a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Do you hate Frederick?
Do you hate Fred?
No, the next question is Whiskey. Why do you hate Frederick?
Yeah.
God, it's weird. Like I honestly just don't remember how I met like a lot of people, which is kind of weird. But I don't know.
Yeah. Is Frederick in the call with us right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I get that too. I don't really know. Like it's just like these people are just here, and I don't remember how they got here. But it's fine.
People just come and go. It's just like this, just like that.
Fat nut Fred.
Like one day, WhiskeyDingo blacked out, and he woke up, and Andre Morph was just like his friend all of a sudden.
Because I do remember. You know, you're the reason I left my job.
Wow.
What?
Okay,
I
so
do know that.
basically.
Though. I do know that. I remember you told me.
Wait, I want to hear
Oh,
this.
okay. But yeah, quick resume. Lots of
Story
people wanted
time.
commission. Story time. Lots of people wanted like commissions from me, but because I had like a full-time job, I was like too busy, and also I didn't even know if I could have get paid because I had a job. And then eventually I created like a. Let's see. Yeah, eventually I created a company, so I was able, through the approval of my employer, to get money from elsewhere. And then you asked me, Whiskey, of like, do you want to make an avatar for me? And I was gonna say no. I was going to say no because because I usually
Whoa.
said no to everybody. And then I took the day to think about it, and I was like, I would love to work with Whiskey. What if I said yes? And then I did say yes. And then I started to work on your original 2D avatar at the same time as I was working at the company. So I had like 2 jobs.
Yeah.
And eventually, because I was able to earn money through it, I was like, hey, you know what? I can live out of that. So I left my job. And now I'm here full time.
Hell yeah. I love to
Hell
see it.
yeah.
And then I
That's
remember you
awesome,
got like a
Andre.
lot of really good opportunities off. Like I saw that some of the people that you were working. I was like, damn, I knew this guy would get big.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm really happy for of
Very
where I
well
am
deserved.
today, and I'm really glad that you offered me that.
Very well deserved.
Thank
I wouldn't
you.
have asked if I didn't have 100% confidence.
Aw, you're
Wow.
I mean it. I mean, I've worked with a lot of people, and this is not me saying that they're bad.
Huh?
I'm not like before anybody twists it out of context.
Dude.
But
sweet.
uh,
Whiskey hates
Hashtag Whiskey's
everybody.
over.
but Andre is definitely one of the most professional people that I've ever worked with, and that's not just glazing. I mean very, very good work ethic, and like being very talkative with like the client. Very professional.
Thank you. I guess
Aw.
working at in a company for years, that definitely helps. I see a lot of people asking like advice on starting out as a freelancer right after school, and usually my advice is, if you can get into a creative team like as a job, I know it's super hard and not everybody can, but if you can, it definitely helps to get like a schedule, a rhythm, how to talk to clients, how to talk to a team, how a project goes. If you have to figure it out all by yourself right after school, it's extremely hard. And I see a lot of fellow creators who are super talented, but because it's managing a project from start to finish, it's something that takes a while to learn.
Yeah.
And if you have to pay
Oh,
the bills
yeah.
every month, and as you're learning, it's really hard.
And I'll say you nailed it though. You nailed it. Like
Thank you.
the communication is mwah.
We
I
love
appreciate
Andre.
it. Thank you.
Andre,
Yes.
you're gonna go far, kid. Far.
I'm just doing my thing. I just hope that we all go far.
We're all
All
gonna.
right, that was a bit of a big tangent question there, but
Yeah, I just
No,
went on
it's
to the
good.
creative stuff. Sorry.
I'm very
I mean,
curious about this.
I'm down to like rapid fire questions too.
Yeah.
because
Yeah, we
I
can.
know you said that you kind of had like a time limit on how long you wanted this to go.
It doesn't really matter, but
Oh, okay.
it's like we just shoot for 2 hours, but we can go on for however many
Okay, yeah.
questions we have.
I'm down if you want to rapid fire some stuff. I'll like blitz some. That'll be
Okay,
fun.
ready?
And then
I have
Ready,
one.
ready,
I
ready,
have
ready,
one
and
to
then if you
start.
got
Okay,
like
okay,
some
go
like
on,
heavy
go on.
hitters or last ones, then I'm down for that too.
All right.
Whiskey from 1 to
Oh,
10.
one
How
second, my
good?
model died. Hold on.
Uh oh.
Oops.
Chat.
Whiskey,
Start
I have a
putting some
question. I have a
questions.
question. Whiskey, why did your model die?
It's back. I don't know. My dumbass phone does that sometimes.
Whiskey, on
Okay.
a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you with spicy food?
9.
Really?
Oh my god! Holy
Damn.
shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, on one of my last streams I did a Just Dance stream, but if I didn't get a certain amount of stars on a song, I had to eat a habanero pepper. And I severely underestimated how spicy they are. I took one bite with seeds and all, and my mouth was on fire for like 30 minutes.
I
Oh
think
no!
it's,
Sorry.
I think it's all the challenges I've done over the years.
What is
kind
the
of like-
worst?
Yeah.
Oh, the worst one?
The worst spice you got?
That was the one chip. The one chip was really bad.
Oh, you
What
did
is
that?
one chip?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
that
one
was
chip
really
challenge.
bad.
What is a one
That
chip
one-
challenge?
It was like the hottest like potato chip in the world or something like that.
Yeah, I think
And-
it's like banned now. You can't buy it anymore.
Yeah, I think it is banned. I
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah, I haven't
Uh,
seen them in a while.
but
I don't know. I was gonna say
awful.
one time I had eggs with a little salt on it, and that was a little spicy.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
And
we're
I
talking
was
Is
like,
mayonnaise spicy?
we're talking about like seasoning sub with water. Okay.
I don't do spice.
Okay.
I mean, I grew up in a Mexican household, so like
Mm.
spice is nothing.
Whiskey, rapid fire question time. Ready?
All right,
Are
rapid
you
fire.
actually?
I'm down.
Are you
Let's go.
actually 5'9"? I don't believe you. From Papa Swobuga.
Yes. On a good
What's
day.
your favorite? What's your favorite Anthro Disney character from Lavender Miss?
Oh, favorite Anthro Disney character? Maybe like I'll be basic Death Wolf.
Mm.
Can Cryptic Clays asks, can you clap with no hands?
What?
Wait, what? Oh my God! No!
Isn't it?
Dude.
What?
No! Never mind. Move on. What? If you weren't a dingo, what other species would you
job.
be?
Shark, or a gator, or a mink.
Okay. What's the origin of Goob?
I just wanted a cute little guy to offset my personality, but then he just turned into me.
Yeah, he's worse than you. Whiskey Minko.
I'm ready. Hey, come on, bring him on.
Okay. What's your favorite song?
Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd.
Ooh.
Nice
Ooh.
choice. Wow. That's
Damn.
taste. This guy's got music. taste.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay,
Thank
hey,
you
that
for
was fun.
Yeah, no, that was interesting. That was an experience. I like to say that was a journey.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Wow. We learned so much about you in such a short time.
Yeah, I love doing rapid fire questions. I was hoping you had like a lot more.
I mean,
That's fine. Dude, I love rapid fire 20 questions. I love it. It's fun.
really.
Yep.
I mean, I still have just other regular questions. Not.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's go.
What? Okay, hold on. I just lost it now. Where are you? Oh yeah. Okay. So if someone was to be watching your stream, what is one thing that they should copy to start improving like instantly?
Oh, to copy?
Yeah. To like take something from you and be like, oh yeah, like that would help them
Oh.
greatly.
Oh man, I got like big thoughts on this question because
Yeah, go for it.
well, they're not particularly good.
What do you mean?
I've had people copy me like my entire personality, and it's just like kind of like a like it bothers me. Like I actually have like thoughts on like how far like what imitation is like the sincerest form of flattery, right?
Mm.
I think like copying some things, for example, a thing to copy from me would be like talking a lot, like not letting any dead air happen. I think that's a good thing to copy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe like, what about Goob? The whole Goob thing.
Oh, the TTS pets, that was
Yeah.
around like that was around before I even did. Like I
Oh,
think
really?
Yeah,
I
Miss
think-
Jackie
I think
started
Miss
the
Jackie,
thing.
Miss
Yeah.
Jackie started
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
That has been like
didn't
a
know that.
really
First one I
big
saw.
trend.
Like things like
Interesting.
that, like trends, totally fine. I think so long as people know where it started. But I've like had people rip my entire personality before, and that like kind of weirded me
Okay,
out.
I'm curious. How did you stumble across this? Did you just happen to be looking at streams and you were like, wow, wait a second?
No, people came and told me.
Really?
They were like, hey, this person is like just being you. And I was like,
Do they have like the
"Ugh."
same copy pasta at the beginning? Kick your feet up and enjoy the show.
Very similar.
Really?
Very similar. I'm talking beat for beat. I'm talking
That's- wow.
personality beat for beat.
That's like kind of impressive, honestly.
That would like
Now-
I don't know. That would like mess with my head.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Of course, I'm not gonna like name names or like do any drama or anything, but for me, that's like probably my biggest like soft spot. Not soft spot, but like the thing that like it's like, hey, just it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that like I can see like I can understand that happening just because like I feel like your position is very unique. Like you're the only furry streamer I know of that gets like 1,000 viewers on a consistent basis, for example. But like even then, I just feel like it's a bit of like that just feels like a bit of a shoot and a miss. I don't really think they're really. I don't know. That just seems like weird.
Yeah, I think there's things that you can do like as a content creator because like a lot of people will say that content creation is a very like dog eat dog world, right? Where it's like, okay, you're climbing over your peers to get to the top, right?
Mhm.
But that's only if you take that path. You don't have to do that.
Mm.
Like you don't have to climb over your peers. I mean, I'm always in the boat of like my philosophy is, a rising tide lifts all boats. We can all
Mm.
succeed together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't gotta like crawl over your coworkers to do it. But some people take that path, and I just don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think another thing going back to the copycat is that like yes, with content creation, a lot of people take inspiration from people who they look up to or certain kinds of content, but it's important to take that and then put your own spin to it. And
Agreed. Yes. Yeah.
and make it
Yeah.
like true to you and not you being like I want to be like this person and how they make content. Be yourself.
And it's a very like appeal. Like I know why people do it because it's like an appealing way to kind of like jump up a few rungs
Mhm.
without thinking about it. But I feel like you kind of hit a wall eventually. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can get like quick success, but then it like peters out unless you find someone else to copy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you can't find that person or it doesn't work, then so that's why I just don't agree with that.
And there's also like the whole like I feel like long term that type of thing like it's not sustainable for a number of reasons, but also more inward facing on like the person actually doing it. I imagine that's not exactly super fulfilling to pretend or put on such an act. Like obviously streaming,
Right.
there's an act to an extent always, but like that's taking it to the extreme, especially like if that person isn't like that like at all, and they're
For
just like trying to be like whoever
for
they're streaming.
sure. But yeah, no, I think like I said, rising tide raises all boats.
Yeah.
We can all be successful together.
Yeah, that's a big part of what I'm trying to do with a lot of like initiatives for BARQ. I'm trying to like I want to like try to spotlight a lot of people, and I see that you do it with VFur.
That's
so
it. Yeah, I was just
that's
about to
something I
say
really like.
that's another reason why I made VFR.
Yeah.
Speaking of, by the way, I am going to be opening applications again. I know people were asking. I've just been so busy with the debut coming up. As soon as the debut is done, Wave 5 applications will be opening up. So
Hell yeah.
if any,
You heard it here first.
Banjo,
for the
Banjo,
people
this
who
is your
were
time.
wondering-
I don't know. I think I'll. I like independency. You know, I'm an independent dog, but you know, maybe
Lone wolf.
someone out there would probably be better suited to that spot than I would. So yeah, no.
I guess no Banjo.
I remember at the beginning.
What about Neil Patrick Harris?
No,
Neil?
no.
Neil, hold on, guys. Neil.
You-
I would love to do Whiskey Dingo. I'm Neil Patrick Harris, and I'm gonna sign up for VFur. Well, there you go.
All
Yeah,
right,
dude.
let's go.
Hashtag whiskey's back. Okay, well, I mean, there you go.
All right.
Whiskey, sounds like he's a fan,
Sweet.
actually.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, well, where were we?
Yes. Let's not lose our train of thought here. Another question I wanted to ask is, what's the biggest mistake you made early on that you wish you could warn others about when it comes to streaming?
There's gonna be another little hot take one.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
go
go.
for it.
Hot
Go for
take.
it, dude. We're here.
This sucks to say, but it helped me to be who I am now. I was too trusting of people.
Mm.
And now here's the thing. That isn't to say that just don't ever trust anybody, but don't let people walk over you. One of the biggest mistakes I made was letting people. There were some bad actors who used me very, very, very like they took my kindness and used it for personal gain, and that is a wound that I carry with me to this day. I don't talk about it much, but in like earlier years of when I was streaming, I was taken advantage of multiple times. So I would say my biggest piece of advice would be to just steel yourself for the people that will try, because as much as I would like, my model died again. As much as I would like to say that everybody's the nicest person in the world and we're all going to get along and get happy together, no, there are people out there who will try to use and abuse you. And just to be aware of that, and kind of like Andre even said before, just keep people at arm's length until you kind of like feel them out and, you know, kind of like, you know, you vibe with them.
Yeah.
Because there's some people out there who do not have your best intentions in mind.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of that as well. It is not fun.
It is not fun. So that was my biggest, like, you know.
Yeah. Right.
Without going into details, of course.
No, of course.
Yeah. No, that's great advice. It is great advice.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree. I think that's something that a lot of people sort of learn just through trial and error. It's difficult to recognize that if you haven't been through that type of experience before.
Yeah, definitely. Like in the beginning, it's all just so new and exciting, and you're just like, you don't really know what's going on because it's just so fast paced at that moment. And you're not used to it. But it's definitely something you just learn over time.
Mile a minute coming at you like every day. You know, people like, hey, you know, this, that.
That's just content creation. You just need to learn to be able to keep up with the pace of everyone.
Yeah.
And then what else did I? Oh yes. What's the biggest mindset shift you had before your content actually started growing?
Biggest mindset shift. That's a tough one. I don't know when I had a mindset shift. I think when I shifted over to 4-hour streams, and I wanted to treat my stream like a TV show. That's when I shifted, and then that's when my channel started blowing up, I think. Also the mind shit. My shit. That was my first. That was my first tongue twister of the podcast.
Oh, you're done for.
I think I did pretty good. It was like what, 2.5 hours before I stumbled on my words.
Yeah.
Guys, can we get hashtag whiskey said shit in chat?
I think also the other thing, my mindset shifted to not being 100% furry. And here's the thing that I love the fact that I can have people come to my stream who are not furries and still enjoy themselves.
That's
I think
awesome.
I really kind of play into the just like everybody's welcome here. I'm not just like ooh, ooh, oh, well, ooh, 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 all the like, and
Oh.
it's totally fine if you are. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, like, I'm a furry who is just like available for everybody.
You're just a guy.
Yeah.
You're just you're
I
just a
don't know.
dingo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't
And,
know.
and like I said, like I even like literally even the other night, we were talking about like somebody resubbed, and they were like, "Hey, I've been here for over a year. This is my 12-month resub. Not a furry. Love the content." And we had to talk about like, man, if you're watching a furry for over a year, does that like make you a furry? Or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, are you furry adjacent? But no, there's just like a ton of people who are not furries at all. They're just like, hey, I just like the vibe.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet the other day from sorry, you go ahead, Harry.
No, you go.
Okay, I'll go then. I'll just go then.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So I saw a tweet the other day from Frisk, who is a musician, a friend of mine, and he tweeted about how like there are a lot of times the perception that he would want to have it's just like I'm not a furry musician, I'm a musician who happens to be a furry. Oh, my phone is
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
a
think
great way to
that
put it.
yeah, I think that like
Mhm.
applies as well to like what you're saying because like obviously you can
Mhm.
like you can be a streamer that's like tailored to the furry community, which is like there's nothing wrong with that, but there's
Yeah.
definitely something to be said about like reaching out across that like very like niche audience, and not just for like your numbers and whatever, but also for like kind of like bringing more people into whatever you're interested in. So I'm sure that many people have like found the furry community through just watching your streams, Whiskey. So it's
Yeah.
definitely
And
I think it's a good thing for sure.
I also want to like put because I know like obviously I mean elephant in the room. I mean the furry fandom gets like a huge negative stigma.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I like proving people wrong. I like when people come to my stream and I can show them a side of furry that isn't like
Yeah.
going to just make them hate us.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I almost made with like a pretty major news organization like a news segment like trying to educate people on like the truth of like the furry fandom. But I had this epiphany that like trying to like educate people directly like that is never going to be as effective as just like being normal or like being like
Yeah.
approachable and like putting yourself out there in like a
Just
different
be
way.
just, and yeah, just like be
Organically.
yourself. Yeah, organically.
Yeah.
Like if you do like a news article on it, I feel like I agree with you that people will just be like, ooh.
It's
But
just gonna, yeah. It's just gonna like it's obviously gonna get clicks, which was good for the news organization, but it's not really
Right.
gonna change like as many people's minds as I think maybe I would have hoped for.
right. And the amount of times I've had people come by and just be like, "Hey man, I was totally wrong about you guys." Like,
Yeah.
and I always just say like, "Hey, we are people just like you. We are not like aliens from another planet." It's just
We
like
just
if
have
you
a
spend
quote unquote weird hobby kind of. It's just
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah,
like if you and the same thing is like a lot of people got a lot of hobbies that are like not the societal norm.
Mhm.
We're just all people, and then they'll come by and they'll be like, "Yeah, man, like, I'm sorry, like, I'm gonna be like a lot less, hateful." Now that's probably for me one of the nicest things when I'm streaming specifically as a furry.
Yeah, I
When
can
when
imagine.
people come in and they're like, you changed my mind. And
Yeah.
it's an amazing feeling. Just
I
it's
think
a
there's
really
some
good feeling.
there's some irony to like the concept that like furries as like a group need to be like humanized, which is ironic because our whole thing is we're animals, we're
Right.
anthropomorphic animals, or whatever. But I don't know, it kind of all like ties back to what I was talking about earlier about like perception versus reality, where like people are saturated with like maybe less palatable furry content, and that's just like what mainstream kind of like tends to show people. So that's just what they're exposed to. So the perception is very
The same
skewed.
thing goes with any fandom. I feel
Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
Mhm.
like any possible fandom, I feel like the loudest, gets the media like we'll just slurp that up and this is what we're gonna show you. You know what I mean?
I really like that sound effect. That was good. I could like feel that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that
yeah,
sounds
that's it.
like.
Yeah, and with that, it's just it's important for especially furry content creators to be able to be that good representation of the furry fandom, because this is probably some of the only content people are gonna get that are like they're furry haters or whatever, and if they see like one
Right.
video of a furry streamer just being an actual just regular guy who just happens to be a furry. It could change their whole
Yeah.
perspective. Literally, one video can like change a.
That's what
Yeah,
I
there's
like
this
doing.
there's this one great video I've seen where this guy, I don't know what he was trying to do, if he was trying to like, make fun of her or anything, but he goes up to this one fursuiter outside of a convention center, and she's like, "Hi, nice to meet you. My name is," and then she notices that he's like kind of acting to be anxious. I don't know if he was actually anxious, and he like grabs her.
Yeah.
She grabs his hand and is like, "Oh, that." She's like really sweet. She's like, "Oh yeah, no, it's so nice to meet you."
I
And
know
she's
who
like,
you're talking about.
you know what I'm talking about, right? That video is
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah,
sweet.
Harlow.
And that,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
video
Harlow.
went viral. And I've seen like all the time in the comments, people are just like, "Wow, maybe I, judge furries too harshly or whatever." It's so sweet. I love seeing stuff
Yeah,
like that.
it's nice to see that. Like
Mm.
it's in a world where people are going to be very biased because of what they see online. It's nice to actually, get some people who change their mind on stuff like that. It's a
Yeah.
really good feeling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was talking about this, not to get heavy again, but fuck it.
No, go for it.
I was talking about this like a couple of years ago, or it was like a year and a half ago or whatever. And I feel like, when somebody comes in with a hateful prospect, I feel like the majority of people out there, I mean, obviously you've got your real shitty people, and they're typically lost causes. But most people who come in with like a negative attitude towards like a group of people, they are just following suit with what they, perceive to be the normal thing to do, right?
Mm.
Because oh, this is the societal norm, and then this is a minority group who's like not the societal norm, and these people are able to be like talked to and like change their mind. And that's when that happens, that's why I treat like every troll that comes into my stream, I don't immediately just ban them. I talk to them first. I'm like, hey, is this really how you want to be? Is this are you
Mhm.
really a hateful person?
Mm.
And more often than not, they'll be like, no, I'm actually not a hateful person. This is what I grew up with, or this is what I was taught. And
Mm.
if you can change just one person's mind like that, I feel like you're doing something good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And changing
I
that
love
person's
that.
mind could be a domino effect. They'd be going to their friends afterwards and then
Right,
being like,
right.
"Hey, furries actually aren't that bad.
Right.
They're people too."
Mm.
Yeah.
And just like in general, I mean too, with like hateful people, like it's like they're just like, well, I have to be because everybody else is,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I like handle, people like that. That's why I do it the way that I do it. I know some people have criticized me on not just like, no, you need to ban these people immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, just give me time. I've got my line. I know when somebody is a lost cause. I know when somebody is like
Yeah.
that bad. I get rid of them immediately. But let me, take my time with some people, and some people come around.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think most trolls they want to be seen as humans, right, and not
Yeah.
just like. Because I'm thinking exactly. I think there's maybe like 10% are lost cause, but maybe 90% are just following the trend.
Yeah. And the other thing too, like I like to tell people, because I had people come to my streamers like, Whiskey, how do you like deal with hate? Like I've had this question before.
Mhm.
It's
Oh,
like,
that's a good question.
It's like tough being a furry streamer, right? Like you get a lot of people that come in, they just want shit on you. And my number one response is, because it doesn't bother me at all, because for every one shitty person in the world, and this goes like beyond like just being a furry streamer. This is just in general. If people are dealing with like the world is like kind of like a dark, bleak place right now. I would say if you really look at it, for every one shitty person that comes at you, there are 10 good people that want to prop you up. And that's like a nice perspective thought that like you're like, oh, okay, there's a little bit of light in the darkness, like the hateful people, they're typically really loud, but for everyone, there's 10 real good people.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's a nice thought.
Mhm.
How do you not let yourself get taken down by like that one negative comment out of 100 good ones?
Oh, well, that just what I explained. That's how I don't get taken down by that. Because if one person comes in like that, you know how many people, as soon as that person is put in their place, how many people like start saying like positive things?
Mhm.
It's literally right there.
Okay, yeah, because it's in real
Yeah.
time.
It's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
real time, at least for as a streamer. Like
Yeah.
you can see it happen in real time.
Yeah.
A little different for like other like social media, because but even then, if somebody's being a shitter, you'll see people come into the comments like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how I deal with it, and that's how I've grown to like not give a shit about what people say about me or think about me.
Mm,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, I do not
makes
care
sense.
anymore.
Mhm. Very, very
think,
important to spread just
Yeah.
positivity instead of negativity, because in this world there's
Yeah.
already so much, and the problem with it is that
Yeah.
negativity usually overpowers, like the like good, like for example, I always say this,
Because they're
like
loud. They're very loud.
exactly, we're like, if you're going to a restaurant and you see negative reviews, that would probably affect you more than seeing positive reviews of people being like, hey, I love this
Yeah,
restaurant.
people always look at the negative review first.
Exactly.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that's a problem. Like it's just overpowering.
I mean, negative headlines on newspapers get
Yep,
more
yep.
purchases, more clicks.
Exactly.
It's like the more like quote unquote interesting,
Mhm.
like angle to take, and that can feel very overwhelming for people because it's just like, well, I'm surrounded by wow, the world sucks. But if you take a step back and you look, beyond the loud bullshit, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
You know, yeah. There's like I don't know, like it was mentioned, we're kind of primed to, especially when it's stuff that like affects us personally, like hold like negative sentiment kind of above positive sentiment. So it's good to like think about that and just remind yourself
Yeah.
to have much positivity. And that's why it's so important to, put positivity into the world yourself, because more people should be doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't want to like sound too preachy about this. Of course, like I play devil's advocate and just be like, like of course you want to. The world isn't just all sunshine and rainbows, obviously, but
Yeah.
I just think it's important to take that little piece and do what you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Heaviness done. Heaviness done.
Hey.
I feel like we've gotten
back to-
very heavy this podcast. Damn, where's Neil Patrick Harris?
I know where he's at.
Where's he at?
He's right
over
here.
Hey guys,
Hey, you
it's
wanted
me,
some
it's me,
spicy
Neil.
questions.
I did want spicy
Spicy questions.
I will
Neil-
say though, I do need to rest a little bit before I actually go
Yes,
live.
we can
Mm.
we can start
Were
wrapping
there
up.
some real heavy hitters that you wanted, or like anything that you're really interested in asking, or
Let me look through my master list here, and let's see if any
Yeah.
pop out.
Honestly, I had to be in the BARQ chat like an hour ago, and this is kind of running a bit long for me as well. So let's start bringing this to a close.
all right, hey, yeah, let's go.
We can start wrapping up. I don't know. One more thing is that I want to ask about is like, you don't have to be specific about this whatsoever, but like, what's the like darkest moment you've gone through when having to be in front of the camera in like streams, and have you dealt with it?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, you
Damn.
wanted
A
heavy.
nice, easy
There you
question
go.
to end
A
it.
nice, easy question.
You wanted a heavy hitter.
Could we just
You
like talk
wanted it.
about like, hey,
That
who's
question-
your favorite furry character?
No, what's your darkest moment?
I'm evil.
My darkest moment, honestly, I'm blessed to not have gone through any of that on stream. I would say the worst of it has been just like personal family issues, but my chat is so supportive. Like I like to wear my heart on my sleeve during my streams. I always let them know what's going on in my life, just without getting too personal, and they make the night better. So
Oh.
I've never been on stream like breaking down, or anything like that. Like every stream that I've ever done has been a good stream because of my community. I think it just like off stream, dealing with personal stuff, obviously, but on stream, no, never.
That break
Perfect.
to dingo.
Yeah, and there we go. I think that is such a wholesome way to start wrapping this up. I don't know if Andre
Yay.
or Banjo, if you guys have any final questions you really
Yay.
Who was
want
your
to get.
first furry crush?
Oh.
Hey, let's go like Fox and Crystal. There you go.
Oh.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay.
That's good. That's a good one.
Like both equally.
Nice. All right.
Looks good.
I know it's basic, but
That's not. That's
No,
less
there's a
basic than
reason they're
others.
basic.
Yeah. All right.
Wow,
Well.
what a fabulous stream!
Yeah.
I want
Hey, was
to
that
thank
good? Did I do
everybody
good,
for being
guys?
here. No, that was
It was-
awesome.
I think
It
you
was-
did
I
fantastic.
loved
Was
it.
was I not as funny as other? Like we got heavy. I could be like woo,
Yeah,
if
no,
you
I was
want.
gonna say I'm surprised that this one was so heavy. I thought this would be a little more lighter, but not that that's a bad thing or anything. I'm just very surprised. Whiskey. I mean, I'm surprised at your depth. I guess I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I appreciate that.
I mean, yeah,
I'd like to think I'm a little bit more than a loud asshole.
that's yeah, that was kind of my idea in going to this podcast is everyone sees you as a huge loud guy on the internet, but what's there behind him? But yeah, thank you so much to you two for coming on this podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, if you guys haven't for some reason already followed the WhiskeyDingo, go follow him. Fantastic streamer, along with Andre as well. Amazing artist and streamer. Andre, talk in chat so people can follow you.
Hi. I'm a mod now. I can ban people.
Oh yes, you are a mod. You can just shout yourself out, actually.
I can ban people. Chat, who do I ban?
Well, hey now.
Oh, you should ban me. Ban me. Ban me.
Ban me / ban Banjo. It's probably not you. Pabs wants to be banned.
Yeah, don't give Andre power. He'll ban everybody.
It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late.
To be banned by Andre. Ban me, or I should.
Yeah.
Andre, I want you to ban me.
Yeah. And
But yeah, no, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming on the podcast. Thank you guys for giving us your time. It's something you can't get back, so I hope it was well spent.
I had fun. I hope the heaviness was good.
It was great.
I
Okay,
think
I'll be honest with you, Whiskey. I was on stream yesterday, and then you said I want some meaty questions, and then I went into the DMs of Harvey. I was like, okay, get the questions ready.
All right.
Yeah, Andre.
It's a bit.
Yeah.
I might have. It's a little bit of my fault.
No, it's good. I'll just say it's nice because I honestly I've been asked, "What's your microphone?" like 8 million times. So.
Well, what is it?
Yeah.
It's a Shure SMB 78.
Yeah, let's go have the same one. The best.
Now we can wrap it up. We got all the questions answered.
All right.
Let's go raid
Let's hard
Sky
stuff here.
Fox.
Yeah.
Show him a bunch of love, please.
It was a great Whiskey. It was a great interview. I loved it.
Yay! Thank you guys.
Yeah. So everyone, go show Sky a bunch of love. Say, just start barking. Just start barking in his chat.
Bark,
With a Q.
Whiskey's dad.
With a Q.
And then also, not to toot my own horn, but I also have Twitch and everything else. So if you want to do so, follow me. That would be amazing.
Check out the BARQ app. We have 235,000 users. We have 100K concurrent active users a month, and we're only getting bigger. It's the best way to meet furries, like-minded people.
Yeah, let's go BARQ.
Right.
Get on BARQ, guys.
And with that being said, you guys have any final words for chat before we go?
Yo, these guys are cool. This is a fantastic interview. I liked it a lot. Go check their shit out.
Hell yeah. All right. Chat, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever you're doing. I hope it's good. And we'll see you in the next episode. All right.
Bye.
Bye.